Under $3 menu.
Noah Cyrus, sound check, please.
You guys notice that weird smell?
Got a toxic airborne event.
Gotta get her down now.
This war you started, it needs to end.
What are you gonna do? You like having her around.
So what are you gonna do?
Whatever it takes.
We welcome you back. Orlando, or whoever Charles picks, I'm picking the opposite way. I'm taking the Magic all day. The Magic, by the way, lowest.
How much you want to put on it, Alex?
Orlando, lowest scoring team in the playoffs, worst shooting percentage, worst free throw percentage. Yet here they are, Game 7,
Jeez.
1 game away. Can they beat Detroit today?
Orlando Magic, that's all I got.
Or you've been giving it all away?
Yep.
Or you're down to that?
Yep, I just came back from LA.
Hollywood money.
You got the Magic,
I got the
bouncing
Magic.
back from that dreadful Game 6. Who you got?
Detroit Pistons, Game 7 at home. It's going to be too tough to beat them there.
Yeah, Pistons.
4-0 all time in Game 7s in their gym.
Okay,
T-Mac,
Alex. I love you, T-Mac.
There you go. Time to take you to Detroit. Game 7, number 157 in NBA history. Magic and Pistons. Mike Green, Richard Jefferson, Tim Legler, and Lisa Salters got you covered.
Ernie, Game 6 proved to be historic. The Magic building that huge lead early in the third, ready to finish off the Pistons. But Detroit's determination led to one of the greatest comebacks in NBA playoff history, led by a suffocating defense and a special leader named Cade, and the Pistons prevailed. Now it comes down to 1 game. And here we are in Detroit for Game 7, sellout, loud crowd at Little Caesars Arena. The number 1 seed fought off 2 elimination games. Can they finish the job here today? Cade Cunningham, brilliant the last 2 games to save Detroit's season. He may have to do it again. Now the Magic need their star to help their team respond to that deflating loss in Game 6. It's the Orlando Magic and the Detroit Pistons. Once again, we welcome you to the NBA playoffs presented by Google here in Detroit. For the first round presented by Popeyes, the brackets, 3 Game 7s in the East, Philly winning last night. And the winner of this game here will play the winner of tonight's Game 7 between Cleveland and Toronto. And good afternoon, everyone, with Richard Jefferson and Tim Legler, Mike Green on hand, Lisa Salters with us as well. It has to be one of the most compelling first rounds we've had in recent years. We've had some thrilling finishes, we've had some record-setting comebacks, and we've also had historic collapses. A little bit of everything, and it's not over yet. All right, Legs, let's start with Detroit. Their dream season almost ended in a nightmare the other night in Orlando. But Cade Cunningham and his team, their mental toughness showed they refused to lose.
And that sums up Cade Cunningham's performance in this series perfectly. Certainly he's had help with contributions amongst his supporting cast, but make no mistake, the Detroit Pistons wouldn't be here in a Game 7 at home if it wasn't for what Cade Cunningham was able to do in both Game 5 and Game 6 in a series where daylight has been particularly hard to find offensively. He's the one guy that has consistently been able to create quality shots for himself and his teammates, and those are the numbers that have brought us to this point. Cade Cunningham has been a star.
Now we're all tied up in 3 games apiece. Meanwhile, Richard, the ironic thing about Game 6, that first half may have been the best half of the series for Orlando, and then disaster struck. So how do they respond and recover?
Well, the NBA playoffs is all about don't get too high, don't get too low. Coming off a loss like that, that is the epitome of do not get too low and move on to the next.
$5 fade, you can get this, or this, or this, or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea. Love that chicken from
World to the win.
Look at the determination on his face.
I just flipped the switch. I don't know nobody else that's doing this. Don't never stop.
Okay, the plumber's fixing that burst pipe. We should be all set. Good thing you're protected 24/7 with your home and auto bundle from Progressive.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the right caption to post about this.
Maybe something like, I have protection, just need a lifeguard.
What about that emoji with a shocked face?
Or maybe flooded with emotion.
That's too much. Try Tuesdays are cray.
You know, technically, you don't have to post everything that happens online. I totally believe you. Life is meaningless without affirmation, am I right? Promise me you will come back.
What if I can't? The Odyssey in theaters this summer. These are my confidence boosts.
An escape from my family drama.
Mi secreto para brillar.
The final touch to my look. Sunglass Hut. Own your moment.
Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power. And now with the locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
Live Monday. The OG judges Randy and Paula make a triumphant return.
Oh my God.
And the final three are revealed.
Here we go.
Idol live Monday on ABC and Disney Plus, next day on Hulu.
The new chicken and cheddar rancher is here at Firehouse Subs. Protein packed with grilled chicken breast, crispy bacon, and creamy buttermilk ranch. A trusted favorite, elevated Firehouse Subs style. I don't usually run unless there's a fire, but these boots are laced. Only at Firehouse Subs.
It's the Spring into Savings sales event at LaFontaine Chevy, Buick GMC. Right now, qualified shoppers can get $1,000 more for your trade towards the purchase or lease of a new GM vehicle. Only at LaFontaine. Right now, lease a new 2026 Buick Envista for just $189 a month. So spring into one of 7 Michigan locations or shop online at LaFontaineBuickGMCChevy.com.
Make no mistake. If you've been injured, you want the biggest personal injury law firm in Michigan. That's the Mike Morris Law Firm. We've won over $2 billion for our clients to date. With us, you get a dedicated team focused on your case. We've got the resources, the manpower, and the expertise to maximize your win. We're a Michigan law firm, so we know the local courts and laws. Who you hire matters. Call 855-MIKE-WINS.
The new chicken and cheddar rancher is here at Firehouse Subs. Protein packed with grilled chicken breast, crispy bacon, and creamy buttermilk ranch. A trusted favorite, elevated Firehouse Subs style. I don't usually run unless there's a fire, but these boots are laced. Only at Firehouse Subs.
More of what matters. 7 News Detroit this morning.
This is ESPN on ABC.
Another day, that's who we are. We weren't gonna lay down.
Orlando missed 27 of their last 28 shots.
They're gonna be desperate. We're gonna be desperate. So do whatever it takes. Oh, it's not over with. We'll go and attack it.
The Magic pulled it off.
You gotta go get game 7. You gotta do it the hard way.
Back against the wall. No choice but to keep swinging.
One day a game. Let's go.
None of this stuff means anything if we don't go win game 7.
Detroit, Michigan, home of the Pistons, will face the Magic tonight for the right to move on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. As we look at the starting lineups, no changes for the teams, obviously. Franz Wagner's still out, so Jamal Cain will start his 3rd straight game for the Orlando Magic with the rest of the usual starting 5. And for the Pistons, coming Robinson, Thompson, Harris, and Jalen Duren. The Pistons have not won a playoff series in 18 years. The Magic have not won in 16 years. Right now, for the first time, let's check in with Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, Jamal Mosley said his Magic team had to come into this building today with a certain mentality, with a belief and trust that they could walk in here and get a win because they've already done it before in this series. Mosley said today's Game 7 will be as much mental as it is tactical because in addition to any on-the-court adjustments made, his guys have to be able to mentally flush what happened in Game 6 in order to move on. Paolo Banchero said, we can't go back and change that last game. It stings, but it all goes away if we win tonight. As for the Pistons, Kay Cunningham said after the win on Friday night, hey, it keeps us alive, but doesn't mean anything if we don't win Game 7. I asked him if he had any nerves before the first Game 7 of his career, and he said, I'm hungry. I want to go finish the job. We fought our way back to this point, Cunningham said. Now I want to finish it. Mike?
All right, Lisa. Well, here in Game 7, some players shine, some players shrink. Some are made for this moment. Of course, the stars so vital to lead their team, but role players often embrace the pressure and deliver on this Game 7 stage. Richard, everybody talks about Game 7 is just different feelings when you take to the floor. Is it really?
It really is, because there's so much focus on what happened before and how you got to this point. It doesn't matter if you were down 3-1, if it was 3-2. Your job is one game. It's the play in front of you. It's the man in front of you. It's the team in the locker room. Can we extend our season? There is no more fun situation.
Legs, in terms of energy, you have to come, obviously, and bring the energy, but you also have to control your emotions to start a game like this.
There's no question. Control and poise is going to be very important in a situation like this. You know, everybody's heart rate is up. Everybody wants to play well at the start. Critical that you take care of the basketball and you make sure you're concentrating with your defensive assignments. Don't make anything easy because of a mental mistake.
Well, the Pistons have been great at home all season long, 32-9 during the regular season, but they lost Game 1 of this series. That gives the Magic a little bit of confidence coming back into this building. They have to overcome what happened the other night in Orlando. They could have been already to the second round, but a 24-point early third-quarter lead disappeared. And here we are, one and done, or one and move on. Banchero's put up some huge numbers. Tobias Harris starting in mostly. Wendell Carter. Harris has done a good job on Banchero in terms of field goal percentage. Jalen Duren now picks him up. Banchero stopped nicely by Duren. Shot clock at 5. Jamal Kane goes right at Robinson. Layup is in and out. Robinson the rebound.
Well, that's a shame. Would have been a great start to get a layup on your first possession after Detroit had done a really nice job defensively cutting off Banchero.
Good defense from Banchero. Cunningham turns it over. Banchero gets inside. Shot blocked. Thompson with the rejection. He has been magnificent defensively here in the first round, and he fires up the crowd. He's second in the playoffs in blocks per game. Guess who's number 1? But Thompson has been sensational on defense.
Well, that's just elite recovery defense. Holds the ball. Probably could have been a jump ball, but also forces Paolo to pick up his first foul.
Always games like this, you worry about the player getting in foul trouble. Cunningham finds the room left open. Soft touch won't go. Jalen Duren on the foul.
And they're going to need got out of Duren today. He has not had a double-double in this series. You know he would love to have a big Game 7, both as a scorer and on the glass.
Duren an all-star, maybe all-NBA. Hand drops in the corner. That misses. Rebound Robinson. Thompson bring it up. Still for both of these teams as Duncan Robinson can't get the 3 ball kept alive. Suggs comes away with it. Still for both of these teams, guys. Defense is their calling card.
Defense is their calling card, but it's also how you play offensively that dictates so much. When you talk about defense being a calling card, both teams only had 10 turnovers in the last game. So neither team played ultra sloppy basketball. It was just elite defense and a lack of shot makers.
Tobias Harris spins, double team, now single coverage. Can't get it to fall. Rebound, Desmond Bain. Pistons talked about making sure Bain doesn't have one of those games. He is capable of going off for a big game. Suggs to Kane. And Carroll left wide open. Connects on a three.
Well, that's a great sign for him to spout up on his first open look from deep. You expect him to play well today. Big numbers. The question is the supporting cast. A lot of wild cards mixed in. Where's the support going to come from?
By the way, Carroll was 0 for 9 from 3 in Game 6, although he certainly was not alone in rough shooting. Robinson really fake, fires, can't get it. Durant keeps it alive. Robinson gets it back. Pass inside to Durant. Cunningham uses the screen. Cunningham said none of Game 6 matters if we don't win Game 7. People will forget about that amazing comeback. They can't get the victory here this afternoon.
And if you're for the Orlando Magic, then you have to stay calm as Paolo knocks down the mid-range jumper. Every single time Detroit hits a bucket, it's going to sound like a game-winning basket. If the crowd is going to go crazy, the intensity, you've got to keep your emotions in check early in this game.
Bad pass from Durant too low. They turn it over. Bain. Good transition defense from Robinson. Pass goes inside to Kane. Picks it out by Carroll again. One-on-one coverage. And Carroll, Thompson goes over, knocks it loose. And Carroll thought there was some contact. Here comes Thompson. Another excellent defensive play from one of the elite defenders in basketball. Robinson, no hesitation.
That's 3 great looks already for Duncan Robinson. He gets one to go. He is maybe the biggest X factor of all for the Detroit Pistons.
Suggs deflected out of bounds. Pushers looking at each other. They still say Orlando ball.
See right here, Paolo Banchero coming into the middle, and Mike said he's looking for some contact. I think contact defined in this series is a little bit different, maybe than some of the others, and it leads to this. Duncan Robinson running to that corner, does not need much time to let it fly.
Yeah, but Wendell Carter can't give him that much space, especially if you're guarding a shooter. He's sitting on the block as that pass gets thrown out.
Speaking of blocks, Cunningham with the block already.
Block shots as Durant gets the pass
and throws it down. A terrific start for the Pistons, a 5-point lead.
The two-man game with Cunningham and Durant was one of the best in the league this season. We have not seen that many opportunities in this series for those two guys to connect off the red pick-and-roll action.
Inside pass, Anthony Black. As it deflected out of bounds, last touch by Cunningham.
And again, you always want to help your teammates out. Cade is guarding the inbounder, turns around and makes a quality block.
And Carroll against Harris. The spin, kicks it out. Back to back. Orlando started 2 for 9. Again, after that disastrous shooting performance in the second half of Game 6. Harris shuffle. Suggs the rebound. Suggs was the key in the Game 1 victory here. As Desmond Bain can't get it to fall, and a loose ball foul will go against Duncan Robinson. His Stoney brothers in airport as the veteran ref just stares at him. Brothers in their 32nd season out there with Josh Tibbin and Mitchell Irvin. A very experienced, as you would expect, officiating crew here this afternoon. Harden against Durant. Shot clock at 5. Durant helps out. Suggs gets away. Picks it out to Bain up top. Banchero just gets it off in time and knocks down the 3. Second three-pointer for Banchero.
Wow, the awareness of Bain that he had time to make that pass rather than take a desperation shot. That's the kind of poise we were talking about before the game.
Banchero has all 8 Magic points to start. Cunningham, Robinson again, no hesitation. Can't get that one to fall.
He's still getting too many good looks. That's a good look. I know you want to help out on Cade, but like you said, and here comes Paolo. head in the open. He's got to play with no hesitation, and that's exactly what he's doing to start this game.
Last time he played in the Game 7 was 2024 in a loss to Cleveland in the first round. He had 38 and 16.
Well, Paolo Banchero gets it going early. You know, this guy has delivered in a Game 7 before. He had a 38-point game against the Cavs, and he's rolling here early.
Nobody gets the thrill of being live more than us.
So DraftKings trusted us to do this ad live from this sports event.
Live betting during the game just makes it even more exciting.
I'm excited.
There's so many live options to bet on, like
Home Team, live money line.
So bet on all the twists and turns, because when you're live, anything can happen.
I get you?
Yeah, a lot.
Will you be there when I need help, just like State Farm?
forget what we told you. It ain't worth squat. It doesn't make a difference if you're happy or not.
See the lift? Stop living on a prayer and get State Farm.
Oh, now we regret. Oh, State Farm is dead. State Farm is dead.
Striker is on the move. He cuts inside. He dribbles past one defender. He's heading towards the box. He shoots.
Heaven, I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. When we're out together dancing,
What's your name? I'm Max.
Aaron can coax a tulip from the ground weeks before anyone else. But selling one bucket at a time won't grow the business. So Aaron asks Copilot in Microsoft Outlook if any opportunities have slipped through the cracks. Copilot finds an email from an old customer opening a new joint nearby. And Aaron sees her chance.
Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Aaron grows the flowers. Copilot helps find the opportunities.
Your cheeseburger deserves a nice big slice of our Sargento family legacy. You can taste over 70 years of our family commitment to high quality, real, natural cheese in every bite. You have our word on it, you have our name on it. Sargento, a promise you can taste.
Does RAV stand for Remote Alpine Vehicle?
Or Rugged Attitude Vehicle.
Or Random Activity Vehicle?
That's pretty cool. Toyota, let's go places.
$10 for a large. $10 for any free toppings. $10 for your choice of hot crust. Like our new garlic parm hand toss. Because there's crust, and then there's hot crust. The crust you crave, only $10. Order in the Pizza Hut app.
The rookie finale has a moment you've been waiting for.
You got a day to propose before Lucy finds out.
And one you won't see coming.
But that man needs some help. If you go back to last game, the last 23 minutes of Game 6, the Magic shot 1 for 28. Banchero had the only field goal, and so far, the first 6 minutes of Game 7, he's 4 of 6. He has the only field goals for the Magic.
Incredible. And look, what this does for the rest of that roster, it calms you down because you know your guy is here, feeling good. Now, as a role player, you can stay in your lane. You don't have to force the issue as much if your star's rolling.
Dennis Jenkins gets his first appearance. Robinson goes to his back up top. Jenkins, who had an excellent regular season, hasn't played as much so far in the playoffs. Pulls up, jump shot, in and out. Wendell Carter grabs it.
Sometimes things don't show up on stat sheets. That closeout by Suggs on Duncan Robinson saved that possession. It looked like a wide open look.
Suggs gets inside and backs it home, and the Magic have weathered that first storm when the crowd is electric, and the Pistons score the first few points. And finally, somebody inside that Harris scores. Meanwhile, down the other end, Thompson scores and a foul, and he'll get a chance for a three-point play.
And I know Thompson, his three-point shot is still developing, but he can be dominant here in the post. You get banned against you. It looked like he was fouled a couple of times, but he's got the athleticism and the size and the handle to take them down there. If a team tries to help out, that's when you kick it out. But you don't have to be on the perimeter and then trying to figure out a way to get into that paint.
Thompson's averaging just under 9 per game in the series. He only had 4 points in game 6, but was still a plus 22. At 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks. Meanwhile, Bancaro gets his first rest, as does Cunningham. Javon Carter getting some run again here in game 7. Blackhawk inadvertently poked in the mouth. Shot clock at 8. Finds Carter. Back out Payne. Extra pass Payne. Contested 3. Jenkins had it, lost it, gets it again, throws it ahead. Tobias Harris, the catch and the finish. Harris, who has had an excellent series, gives the Pistons a 1-point lead. Payne to Black. Good help defense from Jenkins. The veteran Harris looking. Jenkins has some order on it. Bring it back out. This is his first playoff series, the young man, in his second year. Tiptoes along the baseline. Robinson lets it fly. Rebound Durn, back up and foul. Aaron Durn for this third rebound, and now a couple of free throws. And they were trying to get him into the post. That's what Jenkins was pointing to. Durn had Bane on him, had a small on him. Once he saw Durn wasn't going to go onto the block, that's when he went into the bag. Ultimately, the shot goes up. Durn has a small on him, allows him to offensive rebound, so they still got something good out of it. Durn has played some excellent defense in this series, but his offense has taken quite a dip. Averaged 19.5 per game during the regular season, 10.5 rebounds. They would love to get him going here in Game 7. And if they win further on, upcoming playoff schedule, NBC Peacock tonight, the other Game 7 from Cleveland Cavs and Raptors. The winner of our game here will play the winner of that game in the second round. NBC Peacock tomorrow, Game 1. Knicks hosting the 76ers after Philly's dramatic win last night in Philly. And Peacock, Minnesota at San Antonio in Game 1 as the second round commences tomorrow night. What a first round. The unpredictability night in and night out has been just unbelievable.
And the activity level of Detroit here early. Atlanta's knocked down some threes, but anything at the rim heavily contested.
They were the second-rated defensive team during the regular season. Only Oklahoma City was better. Desmond Bane gets tripped up, inadvertent trip. Javonte Green. They whistle for it, and Bane's going to go to the free throw line. Bane is essential for Orlando today.
Now, he is essential for Orlando just because as the one guy that is probably a knockdown shooter, the amount of threes that he's hit over the course of his career is one of the reasons why they brought him to Orlando to help with the deficiency in the shooting area.
If you're arguing over that, whether that was a shot or a lob attempt, it was clearly a lob attempt.
Yeah. He literally threw it up with like a hook.
Orlando wins that argument. Bane will shoot the first free throws. That's a key for Orlando. They're not a great shooting team, but they led the NBA in free throws made and attempted. And the Pistons' opponents went to the line more than any other team in the league. So that's an advantage that the Magic definitely need.
That was a good catch, because that conversation between J.B. Bickerstaff and Tony Brothers is still continuing about whether or not that was a lob or a shot. It was definitely a lob.
Would love to hear their conversation. Those two going at it.
It's probably good that they were across the court from each other.
Bickerstaff, the fiery head coach who's done such a magnificent job with the Pistons, and Brothers, who was not shy about giving his opinion, one of the great officials. Jenkins lines up that three. That's good.
If you want to give Cade Cunningham an empty side in one-on-one situation, he can back down. Very difficult decision. Where is the double team going to come from? Because he is going to find a shooter.
Cunningham brought it flat. Kane gets away from Green. Isaiah Stewart's in the game.
Jamal Cain able to knock down the shot. Cain again starting for the injured Franz Wagner. A huge loss for the Orlando Magic. That right calf that he suffered in Game 4. Stewart trying to set a screen on Black. And Mo Wagner making his first appearance is deflected by Black and gets it to Mo Wagner. And he's been all banged up and getting a chance to play. Bain, hot step, wild pass. Jamal Cain got a corn on his hip. Got blocked at 7. Carter was wide open. Carter knocks down the 3. Turned out to be a great decision. I think we were all wondering why Carter didn't shoot that. Good decision there. You got Wagner spotted up. He can make corner threes. He had a lot of time on that one. Nice find by Carter. This is his only second appearance of the series. Only played 3 minutes prior to that. Cunningham, the spin, draws the foul. Shot won't go. We'll have free throws as we go to break. And again, ball movement. Avoiding the travel there, but this is what you're going to need against the Detroit Pistons defense. Ball movement and knocking down open shots.
Bathroom visits got a reputation. Febreze bathroom has 4 times the strength to fight tough odors continuously, leaving freshness for 45 days. No outlets required, so everyone can breathe easy.
AT&T just raised your price? Maybe it's time to weigh your options. T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. And our latest plans include amazing benefits like top streaming services on us, free Dash Pass by DoorDash, and a bunch more. Oh yeah, and a 5-year price guarantee. Bring your phone to T-Mobile and we'll give you $400 when you switch. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
Chipotle Honey Chicken is back. Step into summer with fresh grilled chicken, spicy Chipotle peppers, and the perfect touch of pure honey. Open the summer with Chipotle Honey Chicken. It's taking heat and sweet to a whole new level.
Let's go. Gabe, how we looking? Beautiful. I need those tables plated, please. Hey, Sam, can you make sure this countertop is spotless?
Yeah, I got you.
Appreciate you. Hey, Vinny, I need you on those boxes. Thank you. Keep it right on.
Put a lime on your to-do list. Corona. La Playa awaits.
Let's go. Degree Clinical 5X. Protection for 5 types of sweat? Let's see. No sweat. No sweat. No.
On your to-do list. Corona. La Playa awaits.
Let's go. Degree Clinical 5X. Protection for 5 types of sweat? Let's see. No sweat. No sweat. No
savings. Drive safe? Congrats, you save. Drive less? More savings. Multiple vehicles? Savings. Bundle home and auto? You guessed it. Savings. You can live a lot of life with all those savings. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Game 7s in the East this weekend. In terms of the NBA history, 158. There'll be 159 coming up tonight. The home teams for a long time, almost a guarantee, but look at the last 17. The road team winning a lot. As for Pistons history, there's their numbers. Have never lost at home, but not here in this building. And there's the Magic history, and that includes 2024, when J.B. Bickerstaff was the coach of Cleveland and Mosley the coach of Orlando. These two, they're like brothers. That's how close friends they are. Their families vacation together. This is not an easy thing. In that Game 7,
When Bickerstaff was the coach of the Cavs, they won, eliminated the Magic, and moved on to the second half. But it's not easy for these two men to compete against each other. That's how close they are.
No, and that's what makes it fun. These are guys that have been coaching together. They came up through the coaching ranks together, and as you mentioned, with all their families. But the thing I love about it is that once the series is over, that's when they start speaking again. They do not speak after any game, any situation, which is understandable. But it's funny because all season long, they're the first phone call to each other when they want to discuss basketball.
Cunningham knocked down some free throws. Cunningham made 64 free throws in the first 6 games, 84% of the mark.
Think you're too busy for a little fun? Think again. This
Second round, but it's not easy for these two men to compete against each other. That's how close they are.
No, and that's what makes it fun. These are guys that have been coaching together. They came up through the coaching ranks together, and as you mentioned, with all their families. But the thing I love about it is that once the series is over, that's when they start speaking again. They do not speak after any game, any situation, which is understandable. But it's funny because all season long, they're the first phone call to each other when they want to discuss basketball.
Cunningham knocks down some free throws. Cunningham taking 64 free throws in the first 6 games, 84%, a big part. Well, it makes him such a difficult stop. There's Paul Wagner over to Carroll. Suggs in there as well. Anthony Black. And Carroll deflected out, lost it. First turnover for the Magic.
I think he already had in mind what he was about to do. He was going to go to that step back on the baseline over a shorter defender. And he got a little bit ahead of himself, knowing he was going to get some daylight there.
Stewart sets the screen. Gets the pass back, knocked away and stolen by Suggs. Alley-up inside, and Black throws it down. Beautiful pass from Suggs after the steal down the other end. He's the key to their defense, Jalen Suggs. Cunningham pulls up, comes up short. Jamal Mosley, also the key player. Anthony Black has been for the season. He's taken a nice step. Ball lost out of bounds. Black came into the league, a terrific defensive player, and has really grown on the offensive end. He was shaken up out there. He's still wincing over there in the corner. Wagner to Suggs. Nice pass inside. Wagner misses. Stewart the rebound. Robinson running the floor. Reverse blocked by Kane. Jamal Kane throws it off the backboard. Black left wide open, but not hit the three. Fight for the rebound. Jenkins comes out of the pack. Jenkins going coast to coast, a little out of control. Gets it back to Robinson. And Anthony Black, another rebound.
Right now, Orlando lucky because Duncan Robinson has had some great looks. He's only knocked down one to this point. 1 for 6 from the three-point line.
And a whistle away from the wall. It's going to go against Wagner. First foul on Franz Wagner's older brother. There's Franz out with the calf injury. Mo Wagner, a very important bench player for them. He brings toughness, he brings energy. He missed the first 39 games and missed a bunch later. He only played 3 minutes in game 2. Didn't play any of the others before today. Cunningham kicks it out. Javonte Green gets a clean look. Anthony Black grabs another rebound.
If you're Orlando, that's what you're going to live with. You're going to have to climb those driving lanes of Kane Cunningham forced kickouts.
Cunningham the steal, then the advance pass to Jenkins. Cunningham now down the other end. Sidestep layup blocked again. This time from Suggs. We have seen so many spectacular blocks here in this first round. These two teams have had a bunch of them too. Shot clock turned off. And Carroll drives inside. Backer won't go. The chip misses. Robinson now Canada goes. And that ends the first quarter. The Orlando Magic have to feel pretty good, leading by 2.
And you might think this is just a block, but this is the difference between a tie game and your team taking a 2-point lead going into the second quarter.
Not that you would, but you could. The new V6-powered Nissan Pathfinder. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body LLC?
We actually sold the twins' naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
If you need a tan, I'm your man. We do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
Now, at McDonald's, a McDouble is $2.50. So Miles, Jaden, and Carl have a plan. It's called McDouble Macro Monday. Get more value when you order from the under $3 menu.
Well, it's important in a road environment to make sure you have a start offensively that's in rhythm, and that's exactly what Paolo Banchero gave his team and himself. Great look here to start his night, and now you know he can't wait to get his hands on the next one, and why not? 3 for 3 for Banchero Magic with the start they wanted.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the big crispy chicken sandwich that's so big the McDonald's McCrispy has nowhere to hide. Oh, never mind. It was hiding right there. Hey, little fella. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Taking a little breather. Corona. La Playa awaits.
You never know. You never know. Is this you?
Yeah, it's my new RAV4.
Do you think RAV stands for Rugged Adventure Vehicle?
Whoa, dude! I feel like it's the ridiculous acceleration vehicle.
Isn't it the recreational activity vehicle?
I guess it could mean anything you want.
Oh yeah? What else you got? Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to the NBA first round presented by Popeyes. Paolo, up 2 after 1. You had 11 points in that first quarter. What's feeling good to you already in this game, 7?
Just playing desperate right now.
Paul Mosley told you guys, play with pace, but in control. What's going to be the key to doing that?
Get stopped, get out running, and finding the right shots.
Thank you for your time. Mike.
All right, Lisa, man, a few words right now. I want to ask him what's going right now. My shot, that's what's going. He's got half their points. And Celtics picks up his first foul. But if you're Orlando, again, bouncing back from that historic collapse and how poorly they were offensively, and then falling behind a little bit early, it's a nice bounce back.
That's the question everyone had. What was their response going to be offensively coming off of that half? And all you didn't want was to get hit with a big punch early on the road where this crowd gets into it. Paolo Banchero made sure of it, and now they've got this game a 2-point lead at the end of their first quarter. You couldn't have asked for a better scripted start to Jamal Mosley.
And 6 early points. Pistons have missed 3 free throws already, 4 of 7. How often in these playoff games and missed free throws come back to haunt you? Fire to Suggs. Suggs finds some room, fires away, can't get it to fall. Rebound, Green. Suggs has played some great defense, but he has really struggled from 3-point range. Cunningham, nice feed inside. Thompson. The server right there to meet him at the rim. Not enough to stop. That's all Thompson.
And he still got it to go. Or maybe he got his hand inside the rim. It looks like that ball still finds a way to roll in.
The Silver throws it away, off balance. That's 4 turnovers now for the Magic. Here's Thompson again running the floor. Javonte Green tries the 3. Banchero the rebound. He's got 4 boards to go with his 11 points. They've been hunting Duncan Robinson in pick and roll. They've been trying to use him, whoever he is guarding, as the screener to try and get him up in that spot. Banchero gets inside, shot blocked. They're going to count a goaltend. Yep. Count the bucket and the foul. So Banchero now with a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, he got cut off on a right-hand drive earlier. That time he was determined he's going to go straight through all this contact. Cade Cunningham's in front, but Banchero plows into him, and you can see Duran gets that on the way down.
Both Banchero and Cunningham, they don't seem to be bothered by contact shots. They can make the strength of them when they're taking the shots, the ability to get off a decent shot after the contact. More impressive.
Well, Paolo Banchero is one of the biggest small forward, power forwards that you will ever see. If you look at the base that he has in his legs, his strength, he was built like a grown man when he was 19 years old. Part of the reason why he was the #1 pick, he had an NBA-ready body early as a teenager.
Orlando back up by 2, 14 points for Banchero. Thompson. 5 of the 24. Cunningham's got the silver on him, finds a spot, and knocks down the 3. He's 2 for 2 from long distance.
Got great rhythm in pace. He's never sped off, just going up.
Thompson to steal. And the slam. Let's hear Thompson making a stamp here early in Game 7. Pull a pass inside, and Carter banks it home.
That can't happen. You can't get a 1-on-0 fast break dunk and then give a layup coming back the other way if you're Detroit.
Bain guarding Cunningham. Finds his spot, draws a foul. Shot doesn't go, but Desmond Bain will pick up his second personal.
This is just elite one-on-one defense. He cuts him off to bait him in to get that steal. Now here you go. Orlando does what they're supposed to. They get that ball out quick. And now the miscommunication, and you can't leave the rim. If you're Duncan Robinson, you got to stay with the rim, point the guy the other direction, or once he's there, then you recover out.
Another missed free throw. Cunningham's missed 2. And the Pistons have missed 4. Cunningham's only 24 years old. He's in his 5th year. And he went through a lot of losing his first 3 years. They lost 59 games, then 65, then 68. Last year turned it around and winning 60 games, having one of the great seasons in Pistons history this season. And his defense much improved. He's become a really good defender. Banchero kicks it out. Suggs wide open. The not hit the 3. And Duran grabs the rebound.
That's now 4 for his last 24 from the three-point line, and that is a great look. Banchero did his job through 2.
Tobias Harris trying to draw some contact. Does not. It gets the shot to go. Harris with his second field goal. Desmond Bain drills that three-pointer. That's his first field goal.
On another bank leg. We just talked about that. I don't know if it's cross-match or what, but you can't hit a bucket and give up an open 3 in transition off a make.
Bain has 2 fouls, so Harris going at him. Bain's got to be careful. Cunningham thought about it. Now drives, now spins. Bain pokes it away. Good aggressive defense despite having those 2 fouls. And Carroll against Cunningham. What a matchup between these two. And Carroll now 16 points already. Delay of game warning called on Orlando. First one doesn't matter. Second one's a one-shot technical.
Cade Cunningham, big and strong enough to hold his ground against Banchero. Forces a tough shot, but Banchero knows ultimately he's 6'10", and that fadeaway is not something Cunningham's going to get to.
By the way, for those who don't know, the delay of games call after the ball goes through the basket, the team that scored cannot touch the ball to kind of slow down their opponent going up the other way. Officials are very vigilant on that call. Duran spins, he's doubled, can't get it. Thompson's tip on goal. Carter poked it away out of bounds, but it was last touched by the Pistons. Kane and Black return.
But it's a tough spot for any defender. This Cade Cunningham, like I said, he's strong enough to force him away from the middle. But Banchero already making jump shots in this game. He's pretty comfortable right now that he can get this off fairly uncontested.
Cunningham, the #1 pick in 2021. And the next year, Banchero, the #1 overall pick. 2 special players, now the face of their franchise. 4 minutes gone by here in the second. Banchero lines it up and nails another 3. He's now 7 of 10 from the field. He's got 19 points. And a whistle and a foul on Duncan Robinson. There are 2 fouls on Robinson. The Orlando lead is now 4.
And that's the second foul on the box out.
for Duncan Robinson. And this affects the Pistons. Their best shooters coming out of the game. That's just unlucky right there. But ultimately, you got to get your hands out of there. You got to use your body. And that's the second one. And now they get one.
Just the one free throw on that after the made shot. Hayner misses that. 8 straight points by the Magic. They've got a 4-point lead. Cunningham just 2 of 6 to start from the field. Jenkins back in. Cunningham, plenty of room this time. Can't get it. Long rebound back out to Harris. They'll reset the shot clock to 14. Harris off the bounce. Drives, pulls up, shot's good. 6 points for Harris.
That's so good in this series. He has not shot the 3 well, but averaging over 20 points a game and very consistent in the mid-range.
And Carroll, good defense this time from Harris. He's trying to stay with him. Pass inside, deflected by Harris. Another turnover. Thompson in the front court. Back to Cunningham. Jenkins fakes, drives. They're in run of the floor and throws it down. Perfectly executed trailer play. And it's tied at 35.
That's that defense leading to a transition dunk. That's what the Detroit Pistons do. They got to settle in on the defensive end. And that's one of the easiest buckets that Duran might have had all series.
7.6 rebounds. That pass from Black. Kane tried to save it. Cunningham comes the other way. Magic getting a little sloppy now. 7 turnovers. Cunningham 3-pointer. Pucks it in. Timeout Orlando. Already 10 lead changes. And the Pistons back up by 3.
You got defense leading to offense. Watch your head down below. Duran with the finish. And then again, Cade Cunningham. So smooth, so easy.
That's it. No switching team. You can't just switch. Why not? Switch my whole family to Verizon. Got the best network. Woohoo! Plus iPhone 17 on them.
Okay.
Worst game I ever seen, but the best deal.
This Mother's Day, get iPhone 17, iPad, and Apple Watch all on us. No trade-in needed. Offer ends 5/13.
Marcos?
Mission control, all systems are go.
Flight deck, engaging new Wi-Fi in 3, 2, 1.
We're live and lag-free.
It's the fastest, most reliable high-speed Wi-Fi in the sky.
So it's Wi-Fi that actually works?
Affirmative.
Copy. That's one giant leap for in-flight Wi-Fi. Did we mention it's free?
His charisma registers on the Richter scale. Dolphins want to swim with him. He only has finished business. He is still the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Stop debating between razor burn and burning through another razor. Start shaving with Gillette. With 3 times more protective coatings, no refillable blade lasts longer, so even your 30th shave is still smooth and comfortable.
Okay.
Let's go! Michael, do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey! Let me see you do it. Hey!
Okay, Hyundai. Okay.
The all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid. One game to decide a legacy.
Both teams know what's at stake.
This is Game 7. The Toronto Raptors.
You can see the intensity in these guys' eyes.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
This is elite. Does it again in the playoffs.
Tune in to see which team finds its way to the next round. Welcome to Game 7.
Keep the ball in front of us. They have a hard time scoring when we keep them in front of us. We can't give them angles and opportunities. For steals, that's closeouts also. Make sure we're communicating the pick and roll coverages early, and then make sure we get home so we can release the big, all right?
Remaining calm and confident. Richard, you were impressed with the demeanor that J.B. Bickerstaff had at halftime in Game 6, down 22.
Yes, well, he realized that his team was communicating to themselves. They were positive, so he decided to sit to add to that injury, to add to what they were communicating as Black gets fouled on the layup. J.B. Bickerstaff said he could hear his team at halftime communicating to each other. So he wanted to go in there and give them what they were talking about.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff not happy now and calls a challenge on the foul call on Paul Reed. There you see Anthony Black driving. I think he might win that challenge.
Charlie, here. I'm here.
I'll be right back.
Good, Charlie. Come, sit. Let's go home. Charlie, stop. Charlie, what are you doing? Charlie, will you stop that? Charlie, are you crazy? Silly dog. No more treats for you.
Sorry, where were we?
You crazy dog.
Red Bull gives you wings.
NBA stars these days,
They change the game in an instant.
that's why DraftKings live betting is built for speed.
With more markets open for more of the game, DraftKings is live when others aren't. So instead of gray, you could be seeing green.
Now that's money.
Bet on NBA action as it happens with the #1 sportsbook for live betting. DraftKings is the best place to bet the biggest stars in the game. All customers score a fresh NBA profit boost every game day of the playoffs. The crown is yours.
Come on, Rex! Cole's mom, how do you keep your cool?
2 words, Carly. Tech gear. Everyone's wearing it.
Also 2 words, red card.
He talks a big game, yet misses so much of it.
I heard that.
Cole's mom 1, ref 0.
Does RAV stand for Rush Hour Avoidance Vehicle?
Or really aerodynamic vehicle. It's the reverse aging vehicle. I can see without my glasses.
Toyota, let's go places.
You know, coffee spikes your cortisol.
Yeah, but it's good for your liver.
Pro tip, magnetic hydration.
Cardio ruins muscle gain.
Hey, standing ruins your knees.
Sleep is overrated.
Sitting is hard on your hips. A surprise entry into the dunk contest this year, the Affleck dunk.
Head coach John Staley. The Ducks set it up from way downtown.
That's a big gap to cover for a small duck.
Y'all haven't seen the way Affleck helps close the gap left by health insurance? Watch this.
Affleck does pay people money for expenses not covered by health insurance.
That's nasty.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover with Affleck. Ask about it at work. Turn the lights off, it's over.
Bad people don't get to win.
The Will Trapped season finale will take your breath away.
Stanley Cup playoffs second round continues tomorrow night. ESPN doubleheader. Flyers, Canes at Game 2 at 7 Eastern. Ducks, Golden Knights. Game 1 out west. Coverage begins with The Point at 6 Eastern on ESPN2 and the ESPN app. An unsuccessful challenge where there is not a lot of contact there. Certainly there's some, but they said the defender turned and made the contact, and that's why Anthony Black's going to shoot 2 free throws.
That's the least amount of contact you're going to see on a layup attempt in the playoffs, and particularly, RJ, in this series with what we see when guys attack the rim.
That is not playoff basketball, let alone NBA basketball. Now look, there was contact by the letter of the law. His body did touch his jersey. And that's really the only contact that you got. But if you're going to call that, and that's what every player, every coach wants, if you're going to call that contact, that means you have to call that contact for the rest of the game. And that means there will be 100 free throw shots.
It will be a 5-hour game. The way these two teams play physical defense, I mean, we've seen it it's a rough and tumble tug of war between these two teams, two of the most physical teams in the entire NBA. Doc, meanwhile, hits a pair of free throws. Jenkins to Robinson. Robinson launches another three. Can't get that to fall. Wagner the rebound.
Somebody else from Orlando, other than Paolo, has to get going. He's got 7 field goals. Everyone else on his team, no one else has hit more than 2. Everyone else got 1 down the line.
He has more than half their points. 8 on the 24. Steps back, tries another 3. In and out. Wagner the rebound. That's what he brings. The rebound, the toughness down low, going right up to Tobias Harris. Stripped by Harris. Ball loose. They dive on it. Out of bounds. They'll go the other way. They're going to call, I believe, a loose ball foul. Yep, loose ball foul on Wagner. That's his second.
And this was their first offensive rebound of the game. Wagner, size advantage, but great hands there by Tobias Harris. And he beats him to the spot. Wagner didn't have a choice of contact going after that loose ball.
Wagner, again, hardly played. All the various injuries he's had this season. Meanwhile, Tobias Harris, this is his 74th playoff game and his 4th game 7. Now he's 0-3 in those game 7s, but he's put up some excellent numbers so far here this afternoon, 6 points. 5.5 remaining here in the second. It's Reed, Jenkins, Cunningham, Harris, and Robinson out there. Robinson and Jamal Cain having a talk down the other end, a couple of former teammates with the Heat. Here's Josh Tibbin. Tibbin in his 16th year. He's become a finals rep, as has Tony Brothers. Anthony Blackthorne and Cunningham. Big Cunningham. Spins, falling away. Tough shot, can't get it. Cain goes high for the rebound. And Carroll. Starting to see a lot of double teams. There's Anthony Black. Good help from Reed. Javon Carter kicks it out. Black, corner 3. Air ball. Rebound deflected. Shot clock still continuing. Down to 3. Carter jump shot. Won't go. Harris the rebound. And a loose ball foul is going to be called against Jenkins. The crowd a little ornery right now.
Third foul by one of their guards on a box out. Duncan Robinson has had 2 down there engaging. You see right there. Jenkins wrapped up Black first before Black threw him to the ground.
He threw him to the ground, Legs. There's a wrap-up, but when you take a wrap-up, both players are wrapping each other. One gets thrown to the ground.
But they're calling the wrap-up is my point. That is a foul prior to the second act.
Now Cain nails a 3. Cain with his second field goal. Big shoes to fill in the starting lineup. He puts the Magic back up by 2. Cain has given the Magic some good minutes. Cunningham, doubled again. Paul Reed, wild shot, can't get it. Ball deflected out of bounds. And it'll go the other way. Mo Wagner, a lot of energy, a lot of spirit. He is fired up right now.
Really nice shot getting vertical on that contest, and then you see the emotion, and that's coming from a guy who has not seen action in the series. Came in and gave them a nice lift with his physicality around the rim and his hustle getting on the floor.
Yeah, he only played 3 minutes in the series prior to this afternoon. 6 good minutes here today. Wendell Carter to Desmond Bain. Bain trying to get going. Just 1 of 4 from the field and a moving screen call on Carter. First foul on Wendell Carter.
Again, when you pressure, you force the screeners to try and be a little bit more aggressive. I think Jay did a good job of running into that shoulder, almost baiting the official into that offensive foul.
Black trying to harass Cunningham. And Carroll on the bench right now. Where does the offense come from Orlando? Harris draws a foul. Shot won't go. That's Desmond Bane's third foul. Heads up play from Tobias Harris. A 2-point Magic lead. 4 minutes to go here in the second. Bane with 3 fouls and just 1 field goal to start. Harris in the 2 elimination games has come up big for the Pistons. 23 points in game 5, 22 points in game 6. Well, win or go home. Get the NBA app to follow the trend, shaping game 7. Tap to watch live and go behind the scenes in the Moments tab. Download the app today. A beautiful afternoon in Detroit. Fans a little hot right now. Not liking some of the calls and non-calls. Carroll sits for a whopping 50 seconds and comes back on the floor for Orlando. All tied up at 40, just under 4 to play. First half of game 7.
I think Banchero's got to see a second guy anywhere he goes on the floor right now. Make somebody else get going. And Desmond Bane says, I might be the guy.
Right on cue, his second three-pointers, so he's their second leading scorer with 8. Staying in the game, by the way, with the 3 fouls. Tobias Harris tries to answer. Turn on the rebound. Back out Robinson. Jenkins, three-pointer. Got it. He's 2 for 2 off the bench from beyond the arc. Crowd back into it as well. And Carroll to Suggs. Passed up an open 3, now drives. Way up off the mark. Jenkins goes high and snatches the rebound. Throws it ahead, Cunningham. Cunningham drives into Banchero and draws the foul. That would be the second foul on Banchero. And more free throws from Cunningham, who's already taken 6.
That was a sensational defensive possession by Danish Jenkins. Not only does he trap Banchero to force him to give it up, he has a hard closeout and then secures the defensive rebound. I mean, this is as good as it gets. Watch Jenkins on this possession. First the jump out. Look at the ground he covers for the closeout and then finishes it off with the defensive rebound.
And then gets the first to go. Jenkins, undrafted, played at St. John's and Iona for Rick Pitino. Rick Pitino said he's one of the best leaders I've ever coached. Signed a 2-way contract last year. This year they converted it to a standard contract. And he started 19 games this year when Cunningham was out with a collapsed lung. Part of that stretch. He averaged 17 points and 7 assists in those starts.
Oh, there were a lot of GMs that were mad at their scouts for not pointing him out sooner. He was outstanding during that stretch. One of the reasons, in my opinion, Detroit was able to hold on to the #1 seed as Paolo knocks down another bucket for his 21st point of this first half.
Carroll has put up some great numbers, averaging 24 a game at that 45-point game. Harris drills a 3-pointer. Tobias Harris in double figures once again. Pistons back up 3.
And Mike, that's the one thing he hasn't done well in this series. He's done it all. Rebounding, mid-range, finally knocks down a 3.
Barlow is out of bounds, and errant pass. That's yet another turnover. 9 for Orlando, only 3 for Detroit.
And this had to feel good right here for Tobias Harris. They're not guarding him back in his zone. One pass, easy look.
Harris for the round, and he jumps it in with a foul. So Tobias tenacity. Well, it's a 5-point Pistons lead.
Tobias Harris is an absolute veteran. He's played outstanding in this series. One of the best playoff series I've ever seen him have. He has been so aggressive. Comes off this pick and roll. There's a slight delay, but he not only goes with intention and aggression, but he's able to finish it off with the possibility of an and one.
He's second on the team in scoring in the series, second in rebounding, second in steals. And he's having a huge second quarter. 12 points, 12 of his 14 in the second period. It's the largest lead by either team, deflected out. It'll stay Orlando ball. Been close throughout, a lot of lead changes. 12 of them here in the first half. Thompson back in. Harris guarding Bancaro. Bancaro gets past him. Jump stop. Deflected by Cunningham. Bancaro gets it back. Bain deep in the corner. Back up top, Bancaro. Sidestep. Way off Carter. Foul on the foul. Carter got the offensive rebound.
Talking with Tony Bowles about something. Referees, I think they're trying to see because the shot clock went off. If he got it off, if the foul occurred before, it did. But just to be clear, they want to review it. Again, that is the third foul that occurred on a rebounded situation for Detroit.
To the expiration of the 24-second shot clock. It happened before. The whistle could come after, but when they go back, it counts on when the foul actually occurred, not when the whistle. There's always that slight delay between the officials seeing the call and blowing the whistle.
That's the only place that ball could have gone where Duren doesn't either get the rebound or prevent Carter from. Those air balls are so difficult to time up.
Well, they've made their decision. Wednesday night, second round NBA doubleheader for you. 7 Eastern, game 2. Sixers and Knicks from New York. Followed by game 2, Timberwolves and Spurs from San Antonio. Ernie shot. He felt he needed to be more aggressive.
Hasn't really been today, not getting looks. I thought he had a couple of looks at jump shots early in the game, and he has shot it well that he passed up on. Only 2 field goal attempts in the game. Has rebounded a little bit better today after not getting in.
He's played some great defense on Duren during this series, averaging 10 points, 7 boards. All the people on the Magic say when Carter plays at a level, he raises the ceiling. He's had one of his best seasons because he played 78 games, a career high. So that was his #1 goal, be available. He's been dealing with some injury problems in recent years. Lead is 4 for Detroit. Cunningham. Thompson. Harris. He's got the smaller man on him. Wants to post up Suggs. Spins. Suggs, nice defense, and Harris still knocks it down. He got a piece of it. And Tobias Harris erupting here in the second. And Carroll to Suggs. The drive, the floater, won't go. Jamal Cain picks it up. His follow misses. Deflected out to Harris. As we come up on a minute remaining. First half.
It's a big 1 minute for both teams.
Harris for 3. Tobias Harris erupting here in the second quarter. 17 points. Largest lead of the half.
I tried to say it. This is a big 1 minute. How do you go into the half if you're both these teams?
Black, Banker, 1 goal. Duren to Cunningham. Robinson fakes, drives. Duncan Robinson off the glass, banks it home. Another Pistons tidal wave, 18-4 run, up by 11.
Okay, Cunningham's getting a lot of help to close this out.
And Carroll drives, gets inside, he bangs it home. What a first half from Bancaro. 23 of their 49 points. Shot clock is turned off, no fouls to give. Orlando led by as many as 4 here in the first half, but a big turnaround led by Tobias Harris in the second quarter. Harris feeling it. Robinson, back to Harris. Cunningham wants it, Black won't let him get it. 4 seconds to go. Harris fires up a 3. Duren can't get to the ball, and a foul. On the putback, he got grabbed, and Duren will shoot free throws with 0.5 of a second remaining.
But Tobias Harris clearly feeling it. Cade Cunningham told him to go. He's the hot hand. Doesn't get this one, but you can see right there getting grabbed as he's trying to get off the ground right there.
11 of 15 from the free throw line. They're now 8 points, 8 rebounds. A big turnaround to end the second quarter. Magic have played extremely well here in the first half, led by Banchero. Tobias Harris coming alive. Played the second most playoff games on their roster behind Robinson. Second free throw is good. 5 tenths of a second remaining. Suggs launches it from half court, and that will end the first half. There's a whistle blown. The officials looking at each other. Now they're going to convert. And Suggs shaken up. Suggs really limping. The officials are going to look at the replay here. Though the half is not over yet.
The play at the end of the period is being reviewed for a potential hostile act.
Well, we'll take a peek at that. Pistons exploding for 40 points in the second quarter. And Suggs is hurting.
Oh, it's not a hostile act. That's not a hostile act. I can see how the injury happened, but that's not a natural landing. Yeah, the landing zone is very, very difficult. I don't know. Again, I've been surprised with some of the calls, even though I think the game has been called well. So we're going to find out together.
Cunningham does a good job contesting, and then in the landing space on the heat, here's Tony Brothers again.
After review, there is no foul on the play. Therefore, the period is over. The offensive player kicks his foot back, which causes the contact with the defender. The head time.
Well, Suggs limps off. That could be huge for the Magic and their comeback hopes here in the second half. Here in Game 7, Tobias Harris, the veteran, with 19 points. Banchero had 23. But it's Detroit right now with an 11-point lead. Harris, 7 of 11 from the field, 19 points, 4 rebounds in 18 minutes. 2 quarters complete here in Detroit. We've got the NBA halftime presented by Kia. As this presentation of the NBA first round presented by Popeyes on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
$10 for a large. $10 for any 3 toppings. $10 for your choice of hot crust. Like our new garlic parm hand toss. Because there's crust, and then there's hot crust. The crust you crave, only $10. Order in the Pizza Hut app.
I'm back! Get up off of that thing! And you better! Get up off of that thing! And you better! I feel good! Say it! Get up off of that thing! And you better! Get up off of that thing! And you better!
Caitlin Clark from the logo.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Allow me to assist.
Pickles. It worked! Buckets. Now that's a tomato. Sheboygan.
The answer is Sheboygan.
The match. P-E-Z-O-L. Bottom row?
From the logo. State Farm with the assist.
Moderate to severe eczema with that unbearable itch. When it's uncontrolled despite topical treatment, relieve itch fast with clearer skin that lasts. Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take if you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches. Ask about Nemluvio today.
Airbacker on the move. He cuts inside. He's heading towards the box. He shoots.
When we're out together, dancing cheek to cheek.
My granddaddy farmed this land, my daddy farmed this land, and now I'm farming it too.
She will do a wonderful job.
This has every single crop Daddy's ever planted in it. I uploaded it to ChatGPT.
It looks like the part number is AH20360.
Can you generate a report for how much water we've used?
Absolutely, I can put together a detailed report.
My family's been doing this for over 100 years. I don't want to be the one to mess it up.
You won't. You're too thorough.
Like you. Like you.
Rich, smooth, creamy Haagen-Dazs. Take your sweet time. That's Dazs.
Idol's most jaw-dropping season is live on ABC and Disney+.
For Tobias Harris, this is Game 7, number 4 in his career. He's 0-3, but he's doing his best to change all that. 17-point second half, or second quarter, mind you. And we head to the second half with Detroit up double digits, 60-49. NBA halftime presented by Kia. Ernie Johnson got Shaq, got Kenny, got Chuck, and look, this was a game Orlando. Look, I was impressed because of what happened in Game 6. They came out and they competed like crazy, and they had the
one
lead.
guy did.
Well, the team was up 43-40
because of one guy.
Banchero was going crazy.
He was going crazy.
This game threatening to get away from him in the late stages, thanks to Tobias Harris.
Well, you got to give, first of all, Tobias played great the entire series. Cade, we talk a lot about Cade because he's been fantastic, but Tobias Harris has played great. And when Orlando loses this game, they lost in the last 2 or 3 minutes. Tobias has been fantastic. Ernie, one of the problems with both of these teams, they play too slow. They put you, and they don't have enough good players to go one-on-one. You look at Cade can go one-on-one, Paolo can go one-on-one, but the rest of the players, Tobias can get his shot because he's so big. But I think both of these teams would benefit if they played at a much faster pace. But when the Pistons, they won this game in the last 2-3 minutes of the first half.
Won the game or winning?
Won the game.
Oh, wow.
Halftime highlights presented by Kia. We take a look at the guys who have carried their respective sides in this series so far. Cade Cunningham with 15. Paolo Banchero, to Chuck's point, with 23.
Jeez.
In the first
Feel free to help, guys. Y'all getting a check, too.
And we talked about Paolo Banchero. In the pregame show and what he needed to do and how Orlando needed to come out in this game.
In response to Chuck, it should be easy for the Orlando match right now because they're saying, okay, Paolo, we see you. Listen, Paolo came out and listen, as a superstar, he's saying, what I hope he would say, hey, I'm coming to do the work today. So now the question for the other Orlando Magic players, who's going to help him? Tobias has 19, Cade has 15, and, Paolo has 23, and the next highest guy has 6 points. So who's going to step up? But this guy came out like a superstar is supposed to do. He came out, he kept his team close. They lost it in the, last 3 to 4 minutes. But in Orlando, like if I'm somebody in the locker room, and I know they're all looking at the stat sheets, I'm going to be a guy that's saying, you know what, I got to help my guy out. Nobody's doing that right now. And until that happens, Chuck will be correct. But I think somebody's going to step up for Orlando.
18-4 run there late in the half for Detroit. Meantime, Desmond Bane's got 3 fouls. He only has 8 points, 2 out of 5 from the field and 2 out of 3 from deep. And Kenny has the recipe for both sides in winning this Game 7.
Yes. My late great high school coach, Jack Curran, told me once, he said, if you want to play at a high level, professional or high level college, you just have to be able to make open shots because your greatness will get you some tough ones. But when you see a pro take a shot and it's open, he's got to. Oh, I thought you were coming, big fella.
I'm already winning in the
No, you already what?
I don't need
No, whatever, brother.
I'm already the
You know my name
champion.
and you know where I live. Come on through anytime. And the whole thing is the board. We'll be there when you get there. But so right here, when Bane drives in, these shots here, when you penetrate and pitch and you have a wide open shot here, these shots have to go down If you freeze it here, this is space and opportunity. You have to knock down these shots. Early in the game, Carroll came out, knocked down the three, and it set the tone. So if you're the Orlando Magic, you're saying, if we hit tough, open shots, we don't have to make tough ones. We just have to hit the open ones. Space and opportunity, I got to knock down. Down the end of the game in last game 6, those didn't go down. Same thing with Detroit, because they don't score on a high clip. So when you get these open space and opportunity, you have to knock these down. This is what makes a pro, is the fact that there's no doubt in your mind that this shot is going in. And if you have any doubt, like we had in game 6 when you went 1 for 27, or you don't shoot the ball like Detroit, that's when you're in trouble. Pros make open shots.
Banchero 23, the rest of the Magic 26 in that first half. They're down by 11 to Detroit in game 7 of this Eastern Conference first rounder. What you got?
I'm practicing my Uno slap. Anybody here in the studio challenge me to Uno, you're going down.
Where'd that come from?
Oh, you got to be in the back.
Lime in, clock out. Corona, La Playa awaits.
They don't know the first thing about you or Walmart Plus. Like that Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. Free delivery on these apples and this shirt.
Yeah. How else would I get free delivery on this air mattress and these blankets?
Dylan, have you been sleeping here again? Go home. No, not that home. Your home. Go home. Where were we? Knowing about Walmart Plus is a beautiful thing. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
Nice. My guy just hit his savings goal with a higher APY from Chime.
Please, the only rings that matter is 81, 84, and 86. Back when the league was legit.
Can I see that one? Good choice. It's beautiful.
My man's banking fee-free through Chime and getting cash back.
For real?
As real as your mullet in 86.
Whoa!
Up 70 points? You think I can put up 70?
Not if I was guarding you.
Do they do this all day?
All day.
Today we're unboxing Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear. Wow! These wavy edges tear so much better than ordinary squares. And it's way softer. Charmin Ultra Soft Smooth Tear, definitely recommend. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
This Friday, I want you to meet my shape. See the film critics are calling a near-perfect 2026 surprise. And among the best films of the year.
Are you coming?
It's Knives Out meets Babe.
We shall solve the crime.
A perfect mix of humor and kindness.
In time, all that's left is all that's good.
And now it's a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's so beautiful and shiny.
I want to bash it. I want to bash it so bad.
The Sheep Detectives, rated PG, Friday.
Taking one HIV pill a day doesn't seem like much, but having to take it every single day, over time, it started to add up. I was ready to let daily HIV pills go. That's why I chose long-acting Cabenuva.
For adults who are undetectable, Cabenuva is the only complete HIV treatment designed to work continuously for up to 2 months. It's an injectable, proven as effective as daily HIV pills. Don't take Cabenuva if allergic to its ingredients or taking certain medicines that may interact. Serious side effects include allergic reactions or rash, post-injection reactions, liver problems, and depression. If these occur, get medical help right away. Tell your doctor about your medicines or supplements, medical conditions, liver or kidney problems, mental health, pregnancy, and breastfeeding. The most common side effect is injection site reaction.
I chose the HIV treatment that stays with me without daily pills.
Tell your doctor you're ready to switch to Cabenuva.
Tomorrow morning, it's Ryan and Rob on.
Good morning, Argentina. America. Good morning, America.
And the Mandalorian and Grogu will be here too.
NBA Halftime is presented by Kia, movement that inspires.
We treat our pets like we treat ourselves.
You brush, they chew. You swat, they spring.
Healthy routines for you, healthy routines for them. Greenies make health a treat.
Striker is on the move. He cuts inside. He dribbles past one defender. He's heading towards the box. He shoots!
Heaven. I'm in heaven. And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. When we're out together dancing. Out together dancing. What's your name? I'm Matt. Derek.
This week, Kimmel's all new.
Wow, thanks for telling us. I don't think you've ever mentioned that before.
With Steve Carell, Jelly Roll, Nicole Byer, John Mulaney, Mike Tyson, Asa Gonzalez, Katrina Balfe, and so much more. Jimmy Kimmel Live, new this week on ABC.
Officer down.
It's Sergeant Grant.
We gotta get her out. I'm losing a lot of blood.
Hold pressure. Go, go, go.
I've been busy lately. I tried a wrongful death case for $75 million. I settled a different wrongful death for $37 million and another one for $20 million. Those are massive numbers. Unprecedented for any law firm in this town. Unprecedented for the state of Michigan. And I'm personally involved. We get more money for clients than anyone in this town. Ask around. Let's meet. Call or click. It's free. Who you hire matters.
This is where we live. Where a major breakthrough meets the morning coffee. Where a game-changing idea hits the game-winning shot. Where round-the-clock research assures more time away. Where we drive, explore, and discover. Where devoted fans roll and good times roll. Where our heart, soul, and science come to life. This is what we live for. Because this is where we live. We are Henry. 7 First Alert weather. We know Michigan weather. No, that's worth watching. Straight simple path. No.
Veteran Tobias Harris with 19 points. He was brilliant in that second quarter. Hi again, everyone. With Richard Jefferson, Tim Legler, Mike Green on hand. We'll check in with Lisa in a moment. All right, for Orlando, down 11. What's the key for them now to start here in the third?
Two things. Got to come back to turnovers. 9 turnovers in a road game of this magnitude. Detroit only had 3. Clean that up, and then who's going to help out Paolo Banchero? Desmond Bane, for me, is the guy. He's 2 for 3 from the 3, but he's only got 5 shots overall. He's capable of getting his own offense.
Richard, for Detroit, great finish to the second quarter. How about in the second half?
Well, for Detroit, it's all about maintaining a full 48. Neither team has played a full 48 minutes in the last 2 games. In my opinion, whichever team comes out here and is able to maintain that intensity. Last game, it was it was Orlando in the first half, and it was Detroit in the second half. Who is going to be that team here in the second half?
Let's check in with Lisa.
Hey, Mike, I asked Jamal mostly what he didn't like about the way they closed out that second quarter. He said you kind of got into a rush. They pushed it, turned up the speed, and we missed a couple of chippies at the rim, which allowed them to get out on the break. He said we just lost our poise a little bit in those last moments of the quarter. And then I asked him what they have to get back to. He said first and foremost, defensively getting stops, rebounding, and then getting out and running. He also said you got to contain the ball on defense and do a better job defensively on Tobias Harris.
Thanks, Lisa. Hard to do a good job defensively at Cade Cunningham this season. He now has 17. And this is the largest lead of Game 7 so far. And Carroll guarded by Dern. And Carroll gets inside, trying to draw a foul. Didn't get a call. Here comes Cunningham. Cunningham's back out Robinson. Three-pointer, it's up. And then Carroll grabs the rebound. Carroll also with 6 boards, 3 assists. He is shining once again in the Game 7 spotlight, but he needs some help. Bad pass that time from Ben Carroll, and Robinson with the stuff.
And that's just too far to throw that pass. You're talking about going from the left wing all the way to the other side of the floor in a flare screen. Duncan Robinson read it perfectly.
Wendell Carter, good-looking jumper. You want to see him be more aggressive offensively.
I thought he had that same shot to start the game, and he turned it down. He immediately went to dribble handoff. That's a good sign to start this third quarter.
And Bain tries to help out. Tobias Harris. Good help from Suggs. Good to see Suggs back out there. Looked like he was badly injured at the end of the half. Harris pulls up on the paint shot block. Kane got a piece of it. That's his second block of the game as Bain comes the other way. And Carroll, one-on-one with Harris. Pokes it away. Tobias Harris with a deflection. The turnover disparity is huge. And a foul on Van Carroll. That's going to be number 3. While Mosley upset, his team 12 turnovers, Detroit with just 3.
And 3 in the first 2 minutes, RJ. You said 9.5, had to clean it up. They come out, that's 3 trips without a shot.
They got more turnovers here in this first half, in this second half, than the Detroit Pistons have in the entire game. That is the difference in this game right now.
Duran gets it down low, can't get it to fall, almost got stuck. Magic come the other way. Desmond Bain, he's their second leading scorer, but only has 8 points. Suggs to Carter. Carter again, his jumper, that misses.
If you're the Detroit Pistons right now, you can feel Orlando is not as sharp as they should. This is the opportunity to push that lead up and give yourself a little bit of a cushion here in this second half.
Cunningham, short. Carter has it poked out of his hands by Duran. Cunningham tries again, can't get it. Suggs not showing any sign of a lick. Pistons near, and Carroll gets it back. Now it's Duran. Steps back, tries another 3. That one's short. Carter thought he got pushed. Harris pushes the ball, drives down the lane. Thompson up and under, finds Duran. Blocked from behind from Ben Carroll. Harris gets it back. Robinson a 3. Duran the rebound. Stripped, knocked out of bounds. Pistons ball.
And again, these teams are just battling. Easy opportunity, you would believe. Paolo Banchero does a great job of continuing to play. It just seems like there's all these loose balls, offensive rebounding opportunities, but neither team can get that advantage of going score.
Harris, Robinson, back to Harris. Drives on Kane. Spins, pulls up, throws up a wild shot in an air ball. Well defended that time. Again, 2 of the best defensive teams, 2 of the most physical defensive teams. And Carroll slowly gets inside. Short shot, back to the rim. Cunningham, the crossover. Cunningham, the finish. Hey, Cunningham puts the Pistons up 15.
And Detroit turning defense into offense. Kate Cunningham. You see a backpedaling defender, you know he's about to change gears. Gets to the rim. Detroit separating themselves here in the third.
There are no guarantees in sports. But one thing's for sure, when you can breathe better, game days are better. Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Some adults felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's, just got crispier with the big crispy chicken sandwich that's way bigger than McDonald's McCrispy. Huh, Chili's just out here dominating fast food again? Yeah, that tracks. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Degree Clinical 5X. Protection for 5 types of sweat. No sweat check-in. Who's staying dry in the midst of chaos?
Ran to practice, showed up with 2 left shoes. No sweat. Lying down the block, haven't even opened yet. No sweat.
Third date, laughs at his favorite show. Fourth one coming.
Just podcasting for an hour and forgot to hit record. No sweat.
For me, running in heels, no sweat. Join the crew at Degree. New Degree Clinical 5X, the strongest degree ever.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try viral hacks. Use outdoor fridges, freezers too. Oops, that's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer, people like cold beer.
These are my confidence boost.
An escape from my family drama.
Mi secreto para brillar.
The final touch to my look. Sunglass Hut. Own your moment.
Take 1 Defender. Add a large helping of sand. Mix in some rocks. Freeze to -40 for several days. Then soak in 35 inches of water. Bake at 122 Fahrenheit. Finally, serve on a plateau of your choosing.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Well, this year's Magic Pistons series, a little deja vu for Pistons Magic fans. Back in 2003 first round, Pistons #1 seed, Magic #8. Magic led 3-1 in the series, but would go on to lose 3 straight. Chauncey Billups at 37 in Game 7. And the Pistons advanced to the second round, and it was the exact same scenario. Orlando won Game 1. Detroit came back, won Game 2. 2 wins by the Magic at home, but then 3 straight. Now, will the same scenario happen in Game 7? Can the Pistons hold on? By the way, there's one person who participated in both the 2003 series and today, and that's the man. He refereed Game 5 of the 2003 series.
One of the most things that was very noticeable, and I don't want to talk about my guy, Tracy McGrady, but Tracy McGrady, after being up 3-1, said something along the lines of he's excited about playing in the second round for the first time.
You just said you don't want to talk about you guys.
I don't want to talk bad about it, but that's the definition of not getting too high, not getting too low. See that? I love you, but that was used as an example for everyone for many years moving forward.
Cunningham, harassed by Suggs. Cunningham took a strong dribble. Thompson down low, picks it back out. Harris corner three, got it! Tobias Harris, what a game, 7. He's got 22.
About rising to the occasion. Tobias Harris been so good the entire series, but man, has he been a pressure release for Cade Cunningham.
Bain inside the Black. Black back outside for Suggs. Suggs long distance. That won't go. Duran the rebound. Duran's had a good active game. 9 points, 9 boards. An 18-point Detroit lead. Cunningham gets inside. An easy floater's good. Pistons pouring it on right now.
This is starting to feel like a continuation of the second half that they had in Game 6. If you're Orlando, what play do you go to? What's your go-to? How do you stop this run? How do you want to compete?
Wendell Carter steps out, can't hit a 3. Fight for the rebound. Carter gets it on the tip. And Carroll goes inside, stripped by Thompson. Still Orlando ball.
Again, moving the ball. Cade Cunningham. When your best player's playing defense, getting blocks, getting steals, it inspires the whole group. And then Tobias Harris with the big shot.
Having a flourish.
Only 6 field goal attempts in 23 minutes. You have to give some of that credit to some excellent Pistons defense. Harris asking for a screen. Drives inside, lost it. Black pokes it away. Good hands from Anthony Black. That's only the 4th Detroit turnover against the very aggressive Magic defense. And Carroll foul. They're going to call it the act of shooting. Tobias Harris picks up his first. Free throw attempts 16 for Detroit, 8 for Orlando. Another strong game. Game 5 here in this building. You get 45 points. Next on that one, as we mentioned earlier, the 1 Game 7 he played, had that huge game in a loss to the Cavaliers a couple of years ago. Just under 27 games. He's one of those players that can raise his game come postseason time, but right now his team is down 15. Thompson struggling to get it across with an 8-second violation. That's a great defense. Javon Carter and Anthony Black team up.
I think Jenkins brought his defender over there, not giving Thompson enough space to work. That 8-second call, it was like J.B. Bickerstaff yelling to get it over.
Sometimes against pressure, you overthink it. You don't need a screen. Just give a guy some space in the backcourt and let him put his head down and advance it.
And Carroll, tough shot. Harris defended him beautifully. He banks it home. And it's back to 13. Paolo Banchero with 28 points.
Again, Paolo Banchero getting into his bag. He's got 28 points. Hands in the air, finishes. Magic on a 7-0 run.
Now, get the Ioniq 5 with 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days, plus 3,000 bonus cash. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Everybody got choices.
Georgia plans weddings with the precision of a watchmaker. Every detail measured and timed. Surprises aren't her specialty. Oh boy. With the venue flooded, Georgia asks Copilot and Word to help rebuild the plan. Copilot makes the changes in minutes. Now Georgia's new plan? Looks like it was the plan all along.
And lots of space. So they planned their flights, car, and vacation home all in one place. Great, right? Nice job, Dad. Expedia, the one place you go to go places.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body LLC.
We actually sold the Twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days. Here he comes.
Oasis Breeze Tan and Spa.
If you need a tan, I'm your man. We do business with you.
Or we can look at some investment options for you.
Works for us.
The right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
Breeze.
Smells great in here. What is it?
It's my trash.
Introducing Febreze Trash Odor Fighter. It reduces trash odors, replacing them with 45 days of freshness. And it works on all kinds of trash cans.
Put a line on your to-do list. Corona. La Playa awaits.
Smells great in here. What is it?
It's my trash.
Introducing Febreze Trash Odor Fighter. It reduces trash odors, replacing them with 45 days of freshness. And it works on all kinds of trash cans.
Put a
on your to-do list. Corona. La Playa awaits.
I got a Major League Baseball doubleheader Thursday night on ESPN. The Rays and the Red Sox at 7 Eastern. And it's the Cardinals and the Padres at 10. Both games on ESPN. All games available to stream on the ESPN app. Critical time here in Game 7. Paolo Banchero, magnificent with 28 points in 27 minutes, but his team still trailing by 13.
Cade Cunningham did not get his normal amount of rest right there, as you saw Orlando chip away at least a little bit at this lead with him on the bench. J.D. Bickerstaff getting Cunningham back on the floor during that timeout.
Isaiah Thomas was saying at halftime, it's so great to hear the Pistons fans so loud, so excited once again. This has been one of the more electric buildings in the NBA since this resurgence. Jenkins on the drive. Dennis Jenkins, jump shot's good. Shooting with confidence. He's got 8 points off the bench. Devon Carter in some important minutes. And Carroll 1-on-1 with Cunningham. These two stars on Carroll. Cross court Carter. Up top block. Dangerous pass deflected. Carter, the silver shot clock winding down. Montero just gets it off in time. Won't go. Jenkins goes high for the rebound.
Detroit flying everywhere defensively. It's a great close out that zone by Thompson to at least make Banchero think about that.
Cunningham pulls up. Jumper's good.
The minute he gets back into the game, the Detroit Pistons settle down.
Carroll finding the silver. 3.5 remaining here in the third. After a 17-point Piston lead. And Carroll taking his time. Finds the silver, cuts to the basket. That's a pass inside the corner. Deflected out of bounds. There's only 0.8 of a second remaining. As Javante Carter and Isaiah Stewart will return. Mo Wagner's going to come in for the Magic.
That's a thought process by the Silva. He wasn't anticipating being open on that cut. He put it down. That looks like an opportunity to get that shot up on the glass. He has to be thinking ahead of the time that he's going to be open, though, to do that.
The Silva catch fires. Plenty of time to do that, but does not hit the rim. 24-second violation. Mosley's team needing to fight back one more time. They keep their season alive. They're in a big hole right now here in the third. Thompson. Cunningham fires away. Got it! Hey, Cunningham with 26 points, and it's back to 20. Silva. Thompson guarding Banchero. And illegal defense called on Detroit, so a one-shot technical for the Magic.
There are very few guys in this league are able to play in an environment that speeds you up as calmly as Cade Cunningham. He's just not in a rush, processing everything that's in front of him, and it seems like he always makes the right read.
He never seems like he's in a rush. And even a missed free throw right now.
Paolo Banchero's out there on the floor right now with 4 guys that collectively have made 1 field goal. That's tough. Now you see Desmond Bain coming back onto the floor. He didn't get much of a blow either. And this is hanging in the balance here. The run has to come here before the quarter. Let's see if Bain can get going.
Carroll asking for some space. Javante Green guards him, drives on him, stops, pulls up, jump shot, banker's good. A 30-point game once again. Paolo Banchero and an 18-point lead for the Pistons. Cunningham. Stewart sets the screen. Finds Thompson. Back to Cunningham. One-on-one with Black. spins, poked away. Good hand from Anthony Black.
They're not even guarding Thompson. His man came over. He's got to make himself available a little bit quicker.
And Carroll on the drive, draws the foul as Cunningham will pick up his first. Cunningham right now, defending Bancaro. And again, the two sizes, but you look at Bancaro, he looks exhausted right now.
He does look exhausted, and it's mainly because, like Leg said, he's having to carry the load. He carried them in the first quarter, coming out aggressive. 4 for 7 from 3, 12 for 21 from the field. He's putting up 50%. He's just not getting help. They've got one other guy in double digits, and that's Desmond Bain, who is 3 for 6.
They said that was not any act of shooting, so a side out. Jamal came back in. Carter sits down. 8 on the 24. Wagner calling for it against Stewart. Hands it back to Desmond Bain. Bain cross court. Anthony Black drive. Shot clock winding down. He's got to put it up. Gets it off in time. But another 24-second violation. Jenkins was all over it.
They're just not getting enough out of their initial action, and they're getting so deep into the clock in a lot of these possessions against a defense that is so quick on their help and recover out to the three-point line.
The Detroit defense wears you down as the game goes on. Cunningham. Something's up with the Taco foul.
They called a foul on that switch and roll.
So Black picks up the foul. Side out, 14 on the shot clock. Black picks up his second. Harris looking, finds Jenkins. Harris wants it against Black, posting up, backs in, turnaround, baseline, it's good. The Fires, Harris now at 24, we're back up to a 20-point lead.
That's his bread and butter. That is his favorite shot on the court.
Bancaro can't get that to fall. Kane the rebound, knocked out of his hands, and a loose ball foul against the Pistons. First in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, Tobias Harris, you know it. If he catches the ball on the left block, this is what he's going to do. One dribble toward the middle, and he's going to fade baseline 8 out of 10 times. And when he's already had 22 going into that shot, you know he's feeling it.
Goes side out, Duncan Robinson back in. Cunningham's going to get a rest. 26 points, 8 assists. Here's Harris's numbers. Foul. That will put Bancaro at the free throw line. Robinson will pick up his third.
That's just unnecessary. That's just unnecessary. Your team's playing good defense. I know it's the risk versus reward. You go for that little reach when you've got 2 fouls on the board for your team. You don't go for that reach when it puts them on the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, the first one goes down. Bancaro, just 23 years old. In these playoffs, he's 8th in scoring, he's 9th in rebounding, he's 10th in minutes. Carrying so much of the load. It's a pair. 18-point game, just over a minute left here in the third. Jenkins searching. Goes inside, finds Isaiah Stewart. Offensive foul. Wagner draws the charge.
You've got to play with control and aggression right there. That's a great opportunity for a floater to go in there. I know we're talking about being Stu, but that's just an easy call in front of everyone.
That's NBA bravery right there.
Yeah. But that's what you do. You put your body on the line in these moments.
He called a jump stop, looked at Wagner, and still took a dribble and ran him over.
Dane tries to sneak it in. Can't. Ball tipped out. Still loose. Bancaro tips it, but out of bounds. Pistons get it back.
Detroit basketball going back down the floor.
some full court pressure. Robinson and Harris. Harris drives past, throws it inside. Stewart Franklin won't go. And Carroll the rebound. It's about a 2.5-second different shot clock and game clock. Another low-scoring quarter for the Orlando Magic. And Carroll drives. They're going to count the shot. Nope. The foul was away from the ball.
Guess on who?
Well, judging by the distance that I saw a body flying across the floor, I could guess. And Carroll had an opportunity there. He was getting into the lane about to take a shot, so that negates his field goal.
Wagner hits the free throw. Here's the play. Wagner trying to get some room, and there he goes.
Wow. Pretty good sales shot.
A really good sales job. Salesman of the year.
Oh, Wagner, he's 6'11", 250.
Yeah, hard to throw him like that. Yeah. Beach Steve's pretty strong, but I don't know if Isaiah Stewart's that strong.
And Wagner hits it there. Final seconds. Jenkins looking. Jenkins puts it up at the buzzer. It's good! A three-pointer at the buzzer. That is Jenkins. Puts the Pistons up 19 with a quarter to go.
And he just goes, takes it up. Again, look at the elevation from Jenkins. Walks by and just says, it's good.
This presentation of NBA First Round presented by Popeyes continues after this message and a word from our ABC station.
You think RAV means roam anywhere vehicle?
Or rising altitude vehicle.
Or rare animal vehicle.
RAV!
Toyota. Let's go places.
Live Monday. The OG judges Randy and Paula make a triumphant return.
Oh my God.
And the final three are revealed.
Here we go.
Titled Live Monday on ABC and Disney Plus, next day on Hulu.
You've known us for a long time. Our name matters to us and to our clients. And we're not alone. The firm behind our family is accomplished, respected, trusted. We've won tens of thousands of cases, but the most important case is yours. No better lawyers.
Back when all these great roads were built, some turned out straight as an arrow, others long and winding. Loaded up on switchbacks, hairpins, and breathtaking views, it's almost as if everyone knew we were coming. The X3, X5, and X7, proudly assembled in South Carolina at BMW's largest plant worldwide. Take advantage of exceptional offers on the BMW X3 today.
I'm Kay Cunningham.
And I'm Mark Bernstein.
I'll fight to win on this court.
We fight and win in this court.
On this court, hard work wins games.
In this court, hard work wins cases.
Different courts, same value.
That's the Bernstein advantage.
Your voice matters. 7 News Detroit.
Show up, and who's going to come along for the ride? Pistons up big.
Mopping is hard work. Then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. Bye-bye, bucket. With the Swiffer Power Mop.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat. It was so cool.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age. He was fearless, he was confident.
It felt like I was the captain.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
That little snapshot of allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
Welcome aboard. 7.
That's how good leads the way.
Lime in, clock out. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Welcome back to the NBA playoffs presented by Google. It's the first round presented by Popeyes. Tobias, it seemed like you guys really got into a groove late in the second quarter that carried over into the third. Just what has started clicking on both ends of the floor that has you this striking quickly?
It's all or nothing right now. We trust in each other, but it's our defense. Picking up our defense intensity, sharing the basketball, playing together, do whatever we can right now to get this W.
This is the fourth game 7 for you. What are you saying to your guys about how to close this thing out in the fourth quarter?
Keep our composure, stay steady, do what we need to do what we've been doing all season. Even stronger and tougher now. That's it. Stay composed.
Thank you for your time. Mike?
All right, Reese. They have been defending all season long. And another defensive clinic during the second half. Suggs, the floater's up. Shot's good. Nice move from Suggs, just his second field goal. But as we've seen throughout these playoffs, there's no lead that's safe. The Magic down 17. Pretty much an entire quarter to go. Cunningham goes inside. Layup is good. Cunningham is cooking here in the second half.
And even when you play him well, and you see you've got a good angle defensively, he's just so strong. He just plays right through that and still gets something soft on the glass.
Desmond Bain trying to get free. Jamal Cain can't get it. They'll let it go out of bounds. Pistons ball.
And he just plays at multiple speeds so well. Coming across, taking your time. Doesn't really even feel pain. He knows that he can get to that right hand.
Pass inside. Duran picks it back out. Robinson. Green wide open corner three. That's good. Pistons pouring it on. Largest lead of the game. Suggs trying to get free. Drives inside. Shot blocked by Duran, but a foul. Suggs took a hard fall. As Duran will pick up his second.
More importantly, Paolo Banchero coming in this game doesn't get a long break. That looks like a clean block. Might have got him up top. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Across his head. Got two balls. Got his head and the ball.
Suggs is one tough dude. He is a football player. When he was younger, he loves the game and plays with a football mentality. With Banchero, a quick break. It looked like they needed to sit him for a little bit because he looked exhausted playing 32 the first 36 minutes as Suggs made another free throw. Back to 20. Dave Cunningham will methodically bring it up the floor. There's Jenkins to get out. Cunningham lobs it in. Javonte Green lost it, gets it back. Shot clock at 4. He's going to have to put it up. Duran keeps it alive. A new 14 on the shot clock.
And you see they're sending 2 men at Cade. They've got to find the outlet.
Wide open. Jenkins hits a three. That is Jenkins with 14 points off the bench. Timeout Orlando. They're starting to celebrate here in Detroit.
And we mentioned it. They're sending 2 at Cade. Cade second in the league in assists for shots like that by his teammates Jenkins. And it's all smiles here in Detroit.
NBA First Round on ABC is presented by Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
With Popeyes' new $5 fave menu, you can get this. Or this. Or this. Or this. And no one's stopping you from getting them all. Now there's an idea.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Zepbound, watch this. Zepbound helps adults with obesity lose weight and keep it off. Watch this. And data shows that people taking Zepbound lost up to 48 pounds. Don't share needles or pens or reuse needles. Don't take if allergic to it or if you or someone in your family had MTC or MEN2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes before scheduled procedures with anesthesia. If you're nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Ask your doctor about Zepbound. Zepbound, watch this.
NBA playoffs are back. You ever miss it, Blake?
Miss it. I'm in the playoffs right now. Scoring points, getting blocks, grabbing boards.
Draining threes.
This guy gets it.
You drained a lot of playoff threes, Blake?
29, brother.
Huh. I guess anything can happen in the playoffs.
Did that feel a little insulting?
Yeah. Be a part of the NBA playoffs with better payouts on FanDuel.
The Nissan Rogue. Drive it. Use it. Rev it. Push it. Test it. It can take it. Built for all the noisy, crazy, happy chaos you can throw it in. The 2026 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
Protecting what you care about is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we have a plan to protect just about anything, like this car, up, and this awesome bike. The stuff in that apartment you're renting, it's protected. This golf cart, it's protected. Hey, don't worry, that phone's protected too. Protection for just about every part of life, no matter what kind of life you have. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate. Good boy.
Well, that's what it's been all about. The control of Cade Cunningham. We talked a lot about his scoring, but remember, he's a dual threat. Just under 10 assists a game on the season, and you see their perfect delivery to Tobias Harris at the right time. And again, star player does your job if you've drawn two. Forces the help off the corner. Tobias Harris has been locked and loaded the entire game, ready to help his star.
23-point lead, 9 minutes to go. Inside, and a foul. Dane got bumped, and he'll shoot a couple. Cade Cunningham with some Piston royalty. Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace, Wayne Casey, former coach. They are enjoying watching this defense. Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace's teams, Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace. We talk about great defensive teams.
I had the honor of playing against them in a Game 7 here in Detroit. Hearing that Big Ben Bell still gives me chills and frustration, but they were such a well-balanced team. They had so many talented defenders on that team, Lindsey Hunter, Tayshaun Prince, down the line. They're carrying the same mentality here today as they did back in 04.
Cunningham floats it up and in, and the Pistons just keep rolling. Cunningham, another 30-point game, and Bane is fouled again with 8:39 remaining. Again, you watch these Pistons, you watch them defend, and it's like all the great defensive teams. By the fourth quarter, you're so tired because every possession offensively is such a challenge.
They have a lot in common. Seems like Oklahoma City and San Antonio, the way that they make you work for everything around the basket.
Well, Wednesday night, we're going to have a second round NBA doubleheader for you. 7 Eastern, Game 2. Sixers and Knicks from the Garden, followed by Game 2. Timberwolves and Spurs in San Antonio. Ernie, Charles, Shaq, and Kenny. And we'll tip it off at 6:30 Eastern. Of course, that game you talked about, Richie, was at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Of course, this new arena, Sixers Arena, it's actually the ninth season, not so new anymore, opened at 17-18. And they'll get a chance to celebrate a playoff series win for the very first time if the Pistons can hold on here. Harris, what a game for Tobias Harris. Knocks down another. Tobias Harris with 26. 3 straight elimination games. He's come up huge. Bain to Carter. Carter the fake and the drive. Off the mark, but another foul. It's against Durham.
Tobias Harris has played in so many different playoff series, so many different playoff games. But this, to me, if they can close this out, this is the best playoff game, the biggest playoff game, and the biggest performance he has had in his career.
And as we said earlier, he lost his first 3 Game 7s, chance to get his first Game 7 win. But how about this entire stretch? They're down 3 games to 1. 3 straight elimination games for Tobias Harris. He scores 23 in Game 5, 22 in Game 6, and now 27 here in Game 7.
And the confidence level, like that's what's jumping out to me. He just looks like he wants the basketball, big moments. And if Tobias Harris hadn't done what he did earlier in the series, the Pistons would already be eliminated. The fact that he was able to give them that consistent 20-plus every night allowed them, of course, obviously with what Cade did, to get to this moment, and he came up big again today.
33 years old, his 15th year in the league, played for 5 different teams. He's been traded 5 times in his career. 2 different stints here with the Pistons. And this year, well, this one has a chance to be very special. They force a turnover there. Magic still fighting. Bancaro gets inside, banks it home. He's got 34. What a performance from Bancaro. His team right now still in a huge hole. Jenkins taken out of his hands by Suggs. Black goes inside with the stuff. And J.B. Bickerstaff doesn't want to waste any time calling the timeout. It's back to a 20-point game with still 7.5 to play.
And every time Cade Cunningham checks out of the game, Orlando goes into a pressure. They're going to be expecting more of this in the final 7:30.
Moderate to severe eczema with that unbearable itch. When it's uncontrolled despite topical treatment, relieve itch fast with clearer skin that lasts. Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take if you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine. The most common side effects are headache, joint pain, hives, and muscle aches. Ask about Nemluvio today.
8 years since Troy fell. Almost 20 since he left us. Where is he?
This summer. AT&T just raised your price? Maybe it's time to weigh your options. T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. And our latest plans include amazing benefits like top streaming services on us, free Dash Pass by DoorDash, and a bunch more. Oh yeah, and a 5-year price guarantee. Bring your phone to T-Mobile and we'll give you $400 when you switch. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone up to $800.
Does RAV stand for Remarkably Agile Vehicle?
Or Raw Adrenaline Vehicle?
Or Rapid Acceleration Vehicle? Toyota, let's go places.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Sure, Chuck.
Well, my wash machine's on the fritz also.
I got just the thing.
Want to try the catchphrase? There's no fees or minimums on Capital One checking accounts. What's in your wallet?
You're a natural.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the Big Crispy Chicken Sandwich. Wait, and it still comes with bottomless chips and salsa and a bottomless drink? Oh, fast food is not gonna like this. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
What happens at WrestleMania doesn't stay there. It follows you. And in Tampa, it's back.
It's Backlash.
Stream Backlash May 9th on the ESPN app with the ESPN Unlimited plan.
What a weekend for NBA playoff basketball. A Game 7 last night. Sixers overcome a 3-1 deficit to advance. And now the Pistons on the verge of overcoming a 3-1 deficit in their Game 7. And tonight on NBC on Peacock, Toronto and Cleveland. The home team won every game. And a Game 7 will decide who will play either the Pistons or the Magic. Meanwhile, NBC Peacock tomorrow, Knicks and Sixers Game 1, Minnesota and San Antonio with Game 1 as well. And we said at the very top of the telecast, it's been one of the most compelling first rounds in recent memory. Cunningham, ball in his hands. Gets the double team, finds Thompson. Thompson kicks it out. Jenkins has to fire away. Duran has it, and it's knocked out of his hands. Magic continue to fight. Suggs up top, Anthony Black. Suggs tries a long three-pointer, in and out. And Bird with his 13th rebound. As back-crack double-figure rebounds in the series. A strong performance here this afternoon. Jenkins up top.
Detroit got to make passes on time and on target.
Thompson lays it up and nobody stopped him from getting to the ring.
Well, now Orlando just spread out. They're trying to just run at ball handlers, and there's nobody in the middle of the floor. If Detroit's just patient, they're going to have that outlet right there at the foul line as much as they want it.
Approaching the midway point of the fourth, 5 on the 24. Then Carroll drives on Harris, kicks it out in the corner. Payne, a contested three is good. Payne with his third three-pointer. That's the first three-pointer for Orlando in the second half. And it's not been their strength this season. As Jenkins has it. Jenkins gets inside, pass to Thompson. Thompson tied up. Shot clock winding down. Jenkins catches. Jenkins drives. And a whistle. Don't go the other way. Stepped out of bounds. The Brady could have just that. This clock can't go fast enough, even with a 19-point lead.
And he was a little frustrated right there because they're getting too far away from what their normal offense looks like. A lot of hesitation on that last possession.
Payne's going to try again. Just can't get it to fall. Cunningham calls the foul on Banchero. That will be his fourth.
There is a foul on the floor.
A 30-10 game for Cade Cunningham.
Number 5,
And a frustrating afternoon for Jamal Mosley and the Magic.
Cade Cunningham's been sensational this entire series, particularly though in these last 3 games. He's had a lot of help today, though in different ways. Talked a lot about Tobias Harris. Duran has been a major factor in this game, even though he hasn't had opportunities to score. And then, of course, the contribution you got from Jenkins off the bench. Huge.
We mentioned Harris and his performance in the 3 elimination games. Cunningham, 45 points in Game 5, 32 points in Game 6, 31 and counting here in Game 7. The Pistons have themselves one very special player. Crowd enjoying every second. Banchero got tripped up. Carter steps back, knocks down the 3. 10 points for Carter. 18-point Pistons lead with 5 to play. Magic had a 2-point lead after the first quarter. Close game mid-second, and a big run at the end of the second to turn this one around. Anthony Blake gets to the rim.
They're still struggling with this pressure. You see these high passes, hitting themselves. You don't want to be in this corner right here. This is a coffin corner. You've got no place to retreat.
Blackfellow right now with 8 points, 5 rebounds. Black throws it ahead. Suggs. Back to Banchero. Banchero drives, goes inside. Shot won't go. Follow is good. All of a sudden, 14-point game and another timeout. The Magic keep fighting. Suggs is shaken up. And the defense of Suggs and Black keeping the hopes alive for the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, this is coming off great defense, going through the contact, able to finish again. Orlando's cut it to 14.
These are my confidence boosts.
An escape from my family drama.
Mi secreto para brillar.
The final touch to my look. How I unleash my inner champion. A shield for tough goodbyes. Sunglass Hut. Own your moment. Taking fall. A little breather. Corona. La Playa awaits.
Kohl's has everything moms want, except alone time and naps. But you're working on that, right?
Kohl's Mother's Day gifts feel like a treat. Plus, shop the Friends and Family sale to save more at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Well, this is that Pistons defense that we rave about. The way they protect the lane, the way you always see multiple bodies, how difficult it is to get space in there, and the numbers back it up. The Orlando Magic averaged 51 points a game in the paint in the regular season. They had 20 in this game until about 3 minutes ago when they've gotten a few layups here off of these steals.
It was a 25-point lead with about 8 minutes left. And now all of a sudden it's 14 with 4 minutes left. Cunningham, double team, Suggs commits the foul. Only the second team foul.
And you got to give credit to Orlando here, continuing to fight. This Jamal Mosley team, they've battled through so many injuries, so many things all season, put themselves in a position here, but they still have to continue to track, and Detroit has not handled it well.
Anthony Black again, excellent defender on Cunningham. Almost threw it away, deflected out of bounds. Still Detroit ball, 1.6 to shoot.
And right now, everything for Detroit is about getting back on their heels. Nothing is aggressive because they're just looking around the floor at where the next double team is coming from.
It's kind of after the 25-point lead, they've lost their edge. Alley-oop to Durant, lays it up and in. Perfect pass from Cunningham, his 11th assist. And Durant with a double-double. First time of the series, up top Carter. Carter's going to try a three. That's short. Durant his 14th rebound. And the foul. Still a side out.
This is nice right now. You just felt like Detroit needed this basket. There's a lot of traffic in there. You see Duncan Robinson actually grabbed onto Wendell Carter. That's what he's talking about. Duncan Robinson made sure that Carter could not get off the ground to contest that.
Jenkins to Harris. Harris corner three. It's good. 40 for Harris. Timeout Orlando. Tobias Harris with one of the best games of his career, and the Pistons getting closer to clinching.
Look at this guy. They gotta alternate one at a time, like a zipper. That's why they call it a zipper. there are certain rules young homeowners need everyone to follow.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
You got a zipper. Please stop saying zipper. We treat our pets like we treat ourselves. You brush, they chew. You squat, they spring. Healthy routines for you, healthy routines for them. Greenies make health a treat.
Now, at McDonald's, a McDouble is $2.50. So Miles, Jaden, and Carl have a plan. It's called McDouble Macro Monday. Get more value when you order from the under $3 menu.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try viral hacks. Use outdoor fridges. Freezers too. Oops. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
Detroit Pistons. Watch this. They finally broke the press the right way. Get it in the middle of the floor. Get it to your open shooters. Tobias Harris knocks it down for a 30 ball. And J.B. Bickerstaff is saying, that's all we've had to do the last 5 minutes.
Under 3.5 remaining. Magic taking a mini run, cutting it to 14. Carroll, that won't count. A whistle away from the ball. Cunningham's going to pick up his second foul. Pistons in the penalty. That's the last thing they want to do now. Fouls. So Wendell Carter to the free throw line. And again, you have to admire that Magic down 25, still fighting for. Again here, they lost the playing game in Philadelphia, and then came back and hammered Charlotte to get the 8th seed. Coming up after we're done here, Game 7, flip over to ESPN, full post-game coverage with Inside the NBA with Ernie, Tony, Charles, and Shaq.
One thing to point out here by the Pistons, coming into this game, they were shooting 29% from the three-point line, which was the worst of any team in the postseason. 15 for 32 today from the three-point line.
Harassing Cunningham, gets it across the timeline. Jenkins, as we approach 3 minutes remaining, gets inside, flips it up, swatted out of bounds by Carter.
That's the one that did Jenkins. Go to the floater. You get in the middle of the paint, go to the floater. Wendell Carter comes up. Then next thing you know, you got Durant on the offensive rebound and you knock it down.
12 to shoot now for Detroit. Harris comes out. Into the hands of Cunningham. Cunningham gets inside across the lane. Robinson, three-pointer, puts it up, puts it in. It's back to 20 with under 3 to play. Jumper's good. Anthony Black now in double figures. 108 to 90 as we come up on 2.5 minutes remaining. Full court pressure. Cunningham gets it across the timeline.
Got to keep it on the sideline.
A whistle and a foul. It's going to go against the Pistons. Again, a sloppy pass. 14 turnovers now. 7 of them here in the fourth quarter. But there's only 2:27 remaining in an 18-point game. Mosley wants a transition take foul. And he agrees with the explanation from Josh Giddey. Cunningham picks up his third foul. And the Pistons fans starting to celebrate. This has been a hard-fought series. Rough. Physical. All started with the Orlando Magic winning Game 1, shocking the Pistons and their fans. Cade Cunningham. And the Pistons came back, won Game 2. Orlando winning 2 games on their home floor to go up 3 games to 1. And foul called on Stokes. Only the 14th foul, so again side out.
But you
think about how aggressive their defense is. They forced 7 turnovers. They're just now getting their 4th foul in the quarter.
Harris double team. Floats it over to Jenkins. Jenkins big spark off the bench here this afternoon. Harris gets it back, throws it up, and Duran with the flush. Carroll to Carter. Wendell Carter fakes, drives, Duran falls down. Carter kicks it back out. Anthony Black goes hard to the rim. Part of the rebound, he's fouled. And free throws for Wendell Carter.
Well, it's just about cracking the outer shell. When you're seeing a defense like this, basically it was a 2-2-1 full-court press. You just have to break those first 2 traps, get the ball to the middle, then you're going to get whatever you want on the back end of that.
Robinson will come in. Carter will shoot. Orlando fighting here to get to game 7, but it looks like their season will end a season of ups and downs. They will look back at the game 6 collapse. That's what they'll think about during the off-season. A regular season that was filled with injuries and some inconsistent play. They lost the play-in game, the first one, then won the second play-in. Took a 3-1 series lead here in the first round. 3 inspiring wins, games 1, 3, and 4. But then that all-time collapse in game 6. And they could not overcome the loss of Franz Wagner. And that's huge for Orlando. Wagner was such a big part of this team, and unable to play the last 3 games.
This team dug their way out of a 24-point deficit with their season on the line. They've outscored Orlando by 56.6.
Whistle on a foul. Wagner's calf injury forces him to miss the last 3. We got a timeout call on the Magic. Minute and a half remaining. The Pistons and their fans ready to celebrate here in Detroit.
There are no guarantees in sports. But one thing's for sure, when you can breathe better, game days are better. Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Some adults felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
With Smarter Search, find the home that's right for you on redfin.com. They're asleep. You miss them again. The right home is closer than you think.
Place it up with a commute.
Redfin. Own the dream.
The Pistons, a magical regular season, best record in the East, best record in 20 years for the franchise, best home record in the East, most road wins ever. And dreams of their first NBA title in 22 years are still going to be alive, led by that 24-year-old superstar and inspired by a great, tough, physical defense. And Tobias Harris, this is his second stint with the Pistons. The most points he's ever scored for the Pistons. He's got 30 tonight, regular season, all playoffs. Scored more with some of the other teams he was with. Well, what a magnificent game for Tobias Harris.
No, that is amazing. When you talk about playing your best when your best is needed, Cade Cunningham getting the help from Tobias Harris, that's why you bring in those savvy veterans, guys that have been in certain moments that you want to give a lot of love to Cade Cunningham, but they do not win this game without Tobias Harris.
He gets the ovation. 32 points, 12 assists, another gem from Cade Cunningham. He is made for the big stage. And there is chance of MVP. Well, Duran. This is a great sign for the Pistons going forward. Duran, 15 points, 15 rebounds. Anthony Black misses. And now the Magic back off a little bit. Harris kicks it out. Robinson. The Pistons will use as much time off the clock. Jenkins gets inside and draws the foul. Jenkins with his best game of the series. 14 points, 5 assists off the bench.
Yeah, he has struggled with his shooting. So again, these are the kind of things that matter here as you carry it in to the next round. Jenkins was so good during the regular season, and Kate Cunningham was hurt in particular. Offense, as you see him, probably wondering what could have been. If he did stay healthy.
This adds to his total. Jenkins now gets an ovation. Meanwhile, you think about these Pistons, it's one of the most remarkable turnarounds the last 2 years. Remember, 2 years ago, 68 games, including 28 in a row. Last year, they had the 30-win improvement, lost in the first round. And this year, 60 wins and a title contender. The organization, top to bottom, has done a magnificent job turning this great basketball franchise around. And they are hearing it from their die-hard fans. They love their Detroit basketball. Allen. There's going to be a few parties tonight here in Detroit.
Can't party too long, though. There's another game 7 that they're going to be waiting on to find out their opponent.
Well, the Pistons will win their first playoff series in 18 years, overcoming a 3-1 deficit to keep their dream season alive. 3 consecutive wins, and they're headed to the second round. About this back-to-back nights, Philadelphia last night, and the Pistons today. Such respect Jamal Mosley has for the Pistons and his great friend J.D. Bickerstaff. And Carroll, a magnificent performance in a loss as the Pistons, they needed one of the greatest comebacks in NBA playoff history in Game 6, but they got that done, and then dominant. And 2 stars there showing their respect. Taking the next step, Legs.
This crowd taking it in too, and you know, a lot of people in this building are sitting home on Friday night thinking they might not be here today. And yet here we are as they celebrate their team moving on to the second round.
Showing their heart and their grit. And Orlando gave them everything they could handle. And they did it without one of their key players. Jarrett Jack, an assistant coach for the Pistons, terrific NBA player. As the Magic walk off the court for the final time this season. I only hope that that man will be fully healthy next year, Ron Barkley. You've got to be so happy for for somebody like Tobias Harris. As we mentioned, traded 5 times in his career, 4 times in season. He's one of those guys that said he took it as a positive every time he was traded. Said, hey, somebody wants me. I'm also going to learn from new teammates, from new coaches. And the Pistons, the beneficiary of a terrific veteran. Let's go to Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Mike Cade. You said the last one didn't mean anything unless you finished it today. As you stand here, you listen to this crowd, you see all the Pistons legends giving you guys standing ovation. Just what is this moment feeling like to you right now?
It feels good. It feels good that we handle our business and did what we set out to do. They really pushed us to the limit. We've grown a lot because of this series, because of that team and the way that they pushed us. So huge credit to them. And we're ready to get to the second round and continue business.
It was a pretty tight first quarter. Just what was the difference the rest of the way?
We just maintained our intensity. We played our brand of basketball. And when we do that, we're hard to deal with. We know that. So just keeping that up, imposing ourselves on every game, that's the name of the game for us.
You are the second Piston to score 20-plus and 10-plus assists in a Game 7 in the playoffs. Isaiah Thomas in the building tonight. He was the other one. Just what does that mean to you?
It's incredible. It's an honor to be in the same sentence as a legend like IT. I'm glad he was here. I'm glad he was able to watch. Just being able to talk to him, pick his brain, and have his support. It's amazing. I feel extremely lucky to have that. So, just thankful to be part of a franchise like this and want to keep it going.
And Tobias, 30 and 9 rebounds tonight. Just what has impressed you most about the way he's played, not just tonight, but in the last 3 games with the season on the line?
Yeah, he's a pro's pro, and he steps up when it's the lights are bright. He's been huge for us all year, but his leadership and the way that he stepped up, and not only on the floor, but also in practices and using his mind and stuff, he's been huge for us. And we got to have somebody like that to move on, and we got one.
Paige, 6 days ago, you guys were down 3-1, and now here you are. How do you carry that momentum into the next round?
We got to keep playing our brand of basketball. We know it's not going to be easy. It gets tougher and tougher every round. So we just got to, stay ourselves and continue to get better each round. And I think the Magic pushed us. I think we're a lot better team because of this. And we're excited to see what the next challenge holds.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, the poise and the leadership of a young man just 24 years old, so impressive. And of course, the victory so exhilarating, the defeats so painful. So the Pistons move on, and they'll play the winner of the Cavs and the Raptors that game tonight in Cleveland. Well, thanks to our spectacular ABC crew, led by producer Phil Dean, director Mike Schwab, of course, for Legs, RJ and Lisa. Mike Green saying coming up next, ABC World News Tonight, or your local news over most of these ABC stations. Over on ESPN, full post-game coverage inside the NBA with Ernie and the gang. We say goodnight from Detroit. Thanks for watching the NBA and ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
All you gotta do is go, what's up?
What's that?
Go practice.
No more sad sack. Full-on fun sack.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's the Spring into Savings sales event at LaFontaine Chevy, Buick GMC. Right now, qualified shoppers can get $1,000 more for your trade towards the purchase or lease of a new GM vehicle. Only at LaFontaine. Right now, lease a new 2026 Buick Envista for just $189 a month. So spring into one of 7 Michigan locations or shop online at LaFontaineBuickGMCChevy.com.
Is your home budget stretched too thin for replacement windows? Not with Wallside. We're stretching out your time to pay with 82 months, 0 interest. Plus half off every window. 82 months, 0 interest means lower monthly payments, so you can afford a whole house of new windows. Call for 82 months, 0 interest with no down payment, plus half off every window. Get your home in shape with Wallside Windows. The home for affordable quality.
In a world that doesn't always play fair, someone has to stand and fight for what's right.
For the ones who were hurt, forgotten, or silenced.
Here we go.
Flood Law was built to be there for when it matters, with knowledge, with heart, and with relentless conviction. Former prosecutors and fierce litigators with 150 years of combined trial experience. For challenging times, unprecedented times, we are here at all times.
More of what matters. 7 News Detroit this morning. 7 News Detroit starts with breaking news.
That breaking news, the Detroit Pistons making history, a dominant win over the Orlando Magic, sending them to the second round of the playoffs for the first time since 2008. Pistons chants and cheers ringing through the Motor City as loyal fans paint the town red and blue. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Whitney Burney. Thank you so much for staying with us on this very exciting night as the Pistons make a playoff comeback. Now, we are bringing you team coverage of the big win as fans pour out of Little Caesars Arena right now. But first, 7 Sports reporter Alex Crescenti joins us with an update. Alex?
All right, Pistons just beat the Magic in Game 7 here in LCA. Headed down to the press conference. We're going to hear from JP Bickerstaff. We're going to hear from the hero players themselves. What a game from Cade Cunningham and Tobias Harris. Much has been said about Tobias and his playoff performances in the past. 30 points tonight from the veteran. And Cade, what can we say about him that hasn't already been said? 32 points the last 3 games. He's combined for over 100 points. So we will have more playoff basketball here inside this building later this week. We're going to find out if it's Toronto or Cleveland. That will be coming up later tonight. But for now, we'll keep you updated on social media, and make sure to tune in on Channel 20 at 10 and Channel 7 at 11. For now, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Alex, really hustling there, tagging along with the team tonight.